What you have on your screen right now is a common tortilla from the Black and Brown Coalition. What you got on your screen right there is not a minority, it's a minority. What you got on your screen right there is not at all people of color, it's the leeches of color. And who do you have in the building in the place tonight? You got certified foundational Black Americans, and all we gonna do is call ICE, call them twice, because we in the MFing house. Let's go to work. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Every day, all day, certified. Salute to the whole foundational Black American family tree. Certified salute to the whole certified 100. Certified salute to us. Let's go to work. Fam, if you ready to cook up some Belgrandes, some tamales, some enchiladas, let's go to work. I don't need that anyway, but we gonna damn sure cook them up tonight because that's how we do. ATL's in the building. Dallas is in the building. ATL is in here 2 times. I love Atlanta. Yes, indeed. I see the whole NYC is in the building. Florida, stand up, represent. You know I see you. Baltimore, free Huey. Chicago, free Huey. Harlem, free Huey. Tapping in. I see you, family. Let's go to work. STL's in the building. The whole foundational Black Americans representing the Midwest and the West Coast. Let's go. I see you, fam. Brooklyn's in here. Alabama's in here. The Bronx in here. New Jersey's in here. California, represent. Stand up. Let's go. I love B-Mo, the 443. All in together now. California's in here all in together now. St. Louis, right here, right there. They know what it is. Indianapolis, represent another Baltimore, another Pittsburgh. I see Dade County's in here. Love Dade County. I'm going to see y'all this summer. Philly's in here. Chicago's in here. Cincinnati, New Jersey, Detroit, the DMV. Memphis stand all the way up. Brooklyn, you know I see you. Minneapolis is in here. The Yay area. Shout out to E4O. Oklahoma City, Delaware. Y'all know we don't care and we ain't never scared. Yes, indeed. Y'all know Black Alpha's in here, family, and we got to go early tonight because we got a lot of work to do, family. But the best thing about our work, all we got to do is pick up the phone, dial up 1-800-ICE, and call them twice, and it ain't nothing nice. These people out here now are trying to tell foundational Black Americans that we need to apologize. Didn't we just say a few days ago, family, that all that, she don't speak for the whole Latino community. She don't speak for the whole taco truck community. The burritos don't feel that way. Didn't we say that them folks was opening the door and it was going to turn into what that Ashley Gonzalez person said, which is a reflection of their community, and somehow it turned into Black Americans' fault. Y'all look at the screen right now. Y'all look at this. Latinos stick together for Black racism. What? How the hell it get here this fast, family? Nothing about what she said was wrong. Black folks is trying to use this as an excuse. Look at this one. Black folks is looking to be racist. And guess what else they out here doing, fam? They talking about prayers for her. Yep. Y'all see how the burritos gonna stick together, right? Y'all know it. Y'all know it. And y'all remember this right here? They were saying that too. Black people ran from the ICE protest. No, because to run from something means you had to show up to them. And we never went. Look at this one right here. Another one. Oh, we got receipts today. Look at this person right here. Oh, no, that's just the bum. But bums get put on the corner like it's trash day. That's a whole nother bum. I apologize, family. Let me get back to the other bums. How about this one right here? Y'all see how quickly they try to turn this into the what's wrong with Black people? Why Black folks ain't doing right? Well, we are doing right because I'm going to do my civic duty as a tax-paying American citizen, as a very, very certified foundational Black American. I'm going to pick up the phone and call ICE because calling ICE is patriotic. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, that I will call ICE on every taco truck, on every burrito truck. I will call it on the tamales and the fajitas. Yes, indeed, you're going as well. The Belgrandes is getting it called on because I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I don't flee. And it's FBA all damn day. And I got my certifieds with me. Let's go. Fam, to the street. Look at this right here, fam. Oh, they talking reckless. Oh, yeah. Oh, we going to cook today. Today, family, we're going to go through the black and brown coalition, okay, which I came up with years ago. And we're going to break down every layer of their lives. We're going to unpack everything. And we're going to pack up and rack up anybody who got a problem. If you love being a certified foundational Black American, 100 in the chat, certified salute to you. If you scared of certified foundational Black Americans, your ass better hit the exit before I call Tom Homan. Look at this, fam. They in here talking super reckless. Black folks need to listen so we can learn and wake up. No. You need to listen to that ice truck because it's coming down the street. Watch this.
Ashley Gonzalez, she was speaking a lot of facts. She was not lying. She didn't say nothing that Black people never say.
Dr. John Henry Clark said, we have no allies. We have no friends. All we have is each other. We need to wake up from the spell. These people are telling us. I am so glad for him speaking his truth. We need to see it. It's for us to understand we don't have any friends. We need them to be overt with their racism, to be open with their racism.
She was repeating everything the Black people say. I stand with her because she was not.
I stand with her. You can't even pronounce stand. Family, this is what it is. The broken English brigade is trying to talk to Black Americans. This is why FBA delineates. This is why we regulate. This is why we separate in every state, family. These people was begging us to come to their protests and save them. And now they're saying, I stand with Ashley. You better run from ICE. Fam, we gonna break the record for ICE phone calls this year. I'm telling you now, family. Let's start a new one. Fam, can we start a new one? How about Black ICE? How about that one? Hashtag Black ICE. Brought to you by Black Americans. And you can stand with that, Julio.
To be open with their racism.
She was repeating everything the Black people say. I stand with her because she was not lying. Now you feel offended for the truth.
No, sir, not offended. I am glad that you're speaking your truth. This is what Black people needs to hear. We need to hear more Hispanic people speak their truth so Black people can realize that we have no friends. Keep speaking your truth and you get your fellow people to do the same thing.
That's a personal problem. But she was not lying about anything. What happened? Us Latinos, we cannot speak our minds and say what we think when everything that she say is something that you guys repeat all the time.
But the difference is, Mr. Hispanic, Black people are not mistreating you. Y'all are put in positions to mistreat us. So we need to know and understand we need to protect ourselves.
Freeze! Did that guy say that Hispanics can't speak their mind? I mean, dude, you can't speak. So you need to worry about actually enunciating before you start talking about speaking your mind. Okay? Oh, we going in today. Fam. Black Alpha's about to be on full Black Alpha mode tonight. You gonna love it, y'all. And we gonna be on full regulator mode tonight. You gonna love it, y'all. And regulators, mount up.
Protect ourselves.
We are in 2026. Who gives a shit if you used to be a slave? That's nobody's problem, not even yours. If your ancestors was this or that, Spanish, Latin people, ancestors, we also been enslaved. We've been taken out of our lands, and we fight too.
Mr. Hispanic, we're not mad at you. I never get mad for fish for swimming. So we're not mad at you. Just keep up with your rhetoric. Keep speaking your truth to us. It'll let us know to wake up, and all we have is each other. Thank you for this, sir.
You're not special. You're not better than nobody else. Don't be a hypocrite, all right? I stand with Gonzalez, and she don't deserve to lose her job or nothing because people are weaponizing something they use every day, but nobody else can use it. Get the out of here. Ashley Gonzalez.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. I thought they said this was the Blacks and the Browns coalition. And he said that he stands with Ashley Gonzalez. Well, family, let me tell you who Black Alpha stands with. And I want everybody to realize who I stand with. Somebody said Kansas was in the building tonight. Shout out to Kansas. Well, Black Alpha has a hell of a lot of ICE today. And this is who I stand with. Black Alpha stands with ICE, everybody. And I want you to call ICE, everybody. Because this summer, I think we're going to say it's Black Ice. And I want you to fill up your cups. I personally love the Kansas City Chiefs. You may like the Oakland Raiders or Philadelphia Eagles or Dallas Cowboys. Whoever it is that you love, family, I need you to just go ahead and stand on one. And let's make a toast to ICE. Certified salute to my brother Tariq Nasheed. FBA all damn day. Certified salute to deporting these people. And certified salute to us, y'all. Because when you're on one, you're on one. Damn it, and we get it done. Oh, they getting that work right now. Let's go. Because let's be real, y'all. Damn, that's good as hell, boy. Hey, get y'all some ice, fam. Let's go ahead. Styrofoam cup. You can get one of them damn big old water bottles, however you want to do it. Just make sure y'all toast with your brother, Black Alpha, so we can go ahead and put some ice on it, family. Okay? Not just the diamonds ice, baby. The phone calls from ICE. Certified. Because that's what they really matter. Y'all putting Black Ice in the chat. I see y'all. Shout out to my brother, Tariq. Because I was listening to Tariq last night, and somebody called into Tariq's show, and he was talking about, well, I just feel that, Black Americans should do this. And Tariq basically said, we don't give a damn what you say. It's our way because this is our country. And damn it, that's exactly what it is. It's our country, so we do what we want to do. So if I want to put a full cup of ice in my Kansas City Chief cup, God damn it, it's what I'm going to do. And if I want to call ICE every single day, Black Ice, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And y'all going to do the same thing. Because these people have showed us they vitriol. They showed us they disrespect. And now we're going to show them that it's all about foundational Black Americans. And it don't matter what they say. Just like my brother Tariq said last night, family, we don't give a damn how they feel. It's all about how we feel because we call the shots. So we're going to let everybody know, family, that it's Black Ice and we standing on it. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, every day and twice on Sundays.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to speak from a Chicago perspective. Ain't never been no Black and Brown coalition. Not in Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? Not in no Chicago. We can barely walk through their neighborhoods. And my neighborhood right next to Humboldt Park. You feel me?
Black and brown people are not united in California.
The fact that Plies got on here and asked if the Latino community aligns more with Black people or T people, if you got to ask that question, then the answer is no, and neither have they ever. They have never aligned with us.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here downing the hell out of this Black Ice. This stuff good as hell, fam. Goodness gracious. Let's go.
You to know that the Hispanics are in my comments of that video, putting pictures of Black people eating watermelon and putting pictures of KFC buckets on Black people's heads. Y'all literally proved my
We'll put a picture of Black folks with ice in their cups, and I'll be the main one.
point. I said two things in that video. I said, one, that police officer exposed how undercover racist a lot of y'all be. And two, if you are not Black, you shouldn't be saying the N-word. And y'all are in my comments being racist because I said that y'all were racist. You literally just proved my point. So I invite you guys to maybe for once in your life, try to think critically.
I don't know where y'all get this that Black and brown people are one. I don't get it. You obviously ain't went to prison, because when I got locked up, I realized if you identify as Black, they're gonna spiggity stab your name. So please forgive me if I turn the blind eye as doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, hits the scene. That ain't none of my business. Why they out there decimating in Southern California? Why they out?
One more time, Black man. One more time.
Forgive me if I turn the blind eye as doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, hits the scene. That ain't none of my business. Why they out there decimating in Southern California? Why they out there telling on other in the cartel, all this other shit. Y'all can pretend like y'all want all you want, but just know that them wouldn't give your black ass a banana. So I'm gonna let nature take his course. Deal with them white folks. Since you wanted to be like them so bad, now they trying to get rid of your ass. Deal with them.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Dun 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 dun. Damn right it is. Oh, buddy. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I told them family they done shook the tree and the mamba fell out, man. You should have minded your own business. Let me tell you what ended up happening, good brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, my certified brethren. These folks thought that they were slick. And what they try to do now, fam, they're trying to pivot off of what that woman said. See, that woman represents the greater of their community, all right? And they're not going to bad apple. Remember, y'all, they say it's a bad apple, but it's a common tortilla, all right? So miss me with the apples and the oranges and the grapes and all that and start talking about the tamales, because apples ain't running around here saying the N-word. Oranges ain't running around here saying the N-word. They're not fire booming people over there on that side. But let me tell you what goes on their side. I know that they harm children. I know they harm elders. I know they try to seek out women when the women are by themselves. But they don't never got no real smoke for no grown-ass black man. Let's go there, fam. I told you on this broadcast, it's going to be better than anybody else's broadcast because we better than the whole world. I'm going to let you know right now the real facts about the blacks and brown coalition. Y'all hashtag that one. And I'm going to break it all the way down about the leeches of color. Y'all hashtag that one. And then the black ICE, because black Americans stand with ICE. Yes, we do. They stand with all their racism. They stand with all their bigotry, all their xenophobia towards us. So therefore, I stand with ICE. And I can call ICE. And I can call them twice. And it ain't nothing nice. Because what we're doing, fam, is we're letting the world know power is on our side, not on their side. See, when these people run around here and they got all of these anti-black American hatred, all these tropes they throw at us, and then they ask us to come to their protest and their rally and they say, we all brother, that exposed a long time ago that these individuals want to flip-flop. They want to jump back and forth. But then something happened called delineation. And when delineation popped up, all of these outsiders who said that they was insiders, they got that light put on them. Oh, and they don't like that, family. Y'all notice, fam, every single person who has something to gain by disrespecting foundational black Americans has been exposed. And I'm going to tell you the real sentiment. F what the Democrats tell you. F what the liberals tell you. F what the we can all get along, brother. I'm going to show you what the real black Americans are talking about in the streets today. Because remember, y'all, we are the voice of the people. We the voice of the concrete. And when we say F Ashley Gonzalez, F her taco truck, and F anybody who got a problem with it, apparently the streets feel the same way. Black Americans, we ain't playing games no more. Watch.
Are you sure about that? Have you asked me about my legal status?
I didn't say all of y'all. And
They're
y'all
not legal.
and y'all
They're legal.
You shut
I'm not gonna shut the
See, look, how you want people to respect you? Look what are you doing?
You should go.
Look what are you doing?
Because this is I will call the cops on you.
Call them.
You should
Call
leave.
them.
We're here just trying to work.
Call them
That's
because
it.
they're going to
That's
get
it.
you, not me.
Okay. Then go ahead and
She said, I'm going to call the authorities on you. He said, call them because they going to come and get you. Fam, this is what they don't like. They don't like the fact that our phone has more power than their community. My phone can send you home. Hashtag that one, fam. We got bars today. We got bars today. A foundational black American phone can send Mrs. Latino home.
do what you gotta do.
I'm going to do it.
Do what you
but
gotta
you
do.
guys need to call them.
You should
Call
leave.
them.
We're here just trying to work.
Call them
That's
because
it.
they're going to
That's
get you, not me.
Okay. Then go ahead and do what you gotta do.
I'm going to do it.
Do what you
but
gotta
you
do.
guys need
Go on with your day. Go on with your day because we're gonna move on with our day too. So go on with your day. Thank you.
What you gotta do, man?
English, please. English. I don't speak Spanish. English. But I speak English. I need to know what she's saying. Okay, I was talking to her saying Spanish. About me. She's talking about the situation about me. That is about me. I'm not part of the conversation, the situation.
Or you can wait for me to hear what she has to say and then I will.
Oh yeah, because I'm suing, so I don't care. I'm suing the hell out of y'all.
Look at the sister checking her, fam. How many times y'all been around them and they start doing this? They go into their own little conversations. They be whispering, thinking we don't know what they're doing. Black Americans can see through everything. You can talk in any language. We go off your energy. And your energy is very, very foul. So therefore, the sister saying, no, talk to me.
And I don't think why you can hide behind, if you're talking about me, about the situation, she should talk English. Sure can. Here you go.
Okay, all she was doing was telling you two were scanned, one was not.
And that's a lie. It's a lie. And I know what I scanned. And it's a lie.
Okay, so you don't have to give.
Oh, no. No. And I told her I paid for everything. If she really was that concerned, she should have stood there and watched me. I told her exactly what I was doing when she came over there. And here you go speaking Spanish. She speak English. 2 1 week.
You have 2 of the bread. You have 2 of them. You have 2 of the waffles. And then you have.
There's 3 receipts.
So 1 and 2. You have 4, 5, 6, 7. You're good.
Stop. Y'all see what happened right there? The one lady was trying to accuse the black woman of stealing. And then her Selena homegirl pulled up and was trying to cover for her. And noticed that the black American woman stood on business. And she said, oh, no, I don't care. Y'all talk to me in English. Don't be whispering in another language. She said, I ain't got to go nowhere. I know what I scanned. How many times y'all seen this? How many times has this either happened to you or somebody that you know where they try to accuse you of something? Fam, think about it. They're trying to accuse her in another language. They can't even accuse her in English. And the sister stood on business. And then look what the other Selena did. She go, oh, you're right. I damn right know I'm right. Look real quick, fam. When she notices that it's all a lie, look at her. She thought she was going to cover for her little Latino friend. When she couldn't do that, watch her look back at her and go, oh, I'm sorry. Watch.
So 1 and 2. You have 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right there. Look. You see her look back, fam? Look at her look back and basically trying to say, oh, she was right. The black person was right the whole damn time. The whole time. And then she just turns around real quick. She really wanted to see if her friend was there, but her friend already left. The one who made the accusation already left, family. Look at her. She's sitting there saying, yep, you're right. And then, family, my certified brethren, look in the back. Look in the back. Do you see another Miss Selena who looks like she's security behind this woman's left shoulder? You see what I'm talking about, fam? She's behind his shoulder. Look how they trying to jam up the foundational black American sister, y'all. Look, you got Miss Selena 1 who works there, Miss Selena 2 who works there, and then Miss Selena 3 is in the back. And look at her scoping. Look at her, fam. Wait, right there. You see it. Look at her. She was waiting for her Selena sister to tell her, yep, the black woman stole, and this was going to turn into a whole nother incident. This is what we talk about, fam. She's literally in the background trying to protect each other. Look how they all got on code. But when we got on code and we say BLACKICE, black ice, then they get so mad. Well, damn it, stay mad because we going to stay on it. Look at her. The woman ain't even there no more. She ain't even there. And then she just tries to hand it to her and the sister snatched that thing back.
You're good.
Oh, no, tell her that. I want an apology.
Okay.
No, I was accused of stealing. I was just accused of stealing. That's what she just did. Yes, she did. And that's why she needed to speak English and not Spanish so I could hear everything she said. No, I will be calling court.
And the sister said, no, nope. We ain't going to let it ride. She needs to come over here and address me.
Stealing. I was just accused of stealing. That's what she just did. Yes, she did. And that's why she needed to speak English and not Spanish so I could hear everything she said. No, I will be calling court.
That's what you do, black Americans. That's what you do. Oh, phone call good. Oh, phone call good. It's better than good, y'all. Look what the sister said. Sister said, I'm going to call corporate. We going to call ICE. Again, my phone can send you home, and they don't like that part. No, they don't. Look how they play the game, y'all. This is what we're talking about. Don't let nobody tell you anything. Black and brown coalition is a myth. It's a lie. It's the black and brown no-alition, meaning no friends, no buddies, no allies, no connection at all, family. That's just something that the Democrats came up with so they can create a bridge that transfers tangibles for us all the way over to them. Whether that be our ancestry, they try to give to them. The land that we created, they try to give to them. Policies, they try to give to them. That's where it comes from, and black Americans are shutting it down. And we can simply do that because when we do this right here, they got to go. They all got to go. So if you want to run it all the way back, family, this Ashley Gonzalez person came out and said something that they all agree with. Yeah, family, we're not going to let these people play a game that this is just 1, 2, or 3. We've been saying it forever. Black Americans, let me tell you what's so beautiful about us, especially in this era, y'all, is that we believe ourselves. How many of you guys remember a time when we would feel something, we would think something, and then people would try to convince us, no, that's not how it is. Oh, yeah, you're right. They do love us. Oh, yeah, you're right. I was just tripping. Notice how that sister right there, she went off of her own intuition, and she was right. And then when you prove them right, they just give you your stuff and run. They run. Bam, let me tell you, they may not know how to really speak very well. They may not know English, but they know how to run, okay? A fleer knows how to run. The fact that they're even here lets you know that they may not be able to do much, like build a homeland, but they know how to run when you check them. And that's why the regulators are mounting up all across America. We're not going with this. We're not sure. Black Americans are as confident as ever. We're confident in who all the ops are. We're confident that these people try to play us. But guess what? Guess what else? This is even bigger, y'all. They confident that we don't play them damn games. And they confident they better get the hell up out our face. And they're even more confident that we will call ICE on their ass. That's what is very dominating in this era. Look at this, fam. These people just a week ago were trying to say, well, she doesn't represent all of us. Now they're hashtagging they stand with Ashley.
When it comes to Ashley Gonzalez, Black America needs to get the over it. Latinos are going to say whatever the we want, all right? When it comes to Ashley Gonzalez, Black America needs to get the over it. Latinos are going to say whatever the we want.
I think Ashley Gonzalez deserved to lose her job. I really don't. I think it's fair that we live in a society where a certain culture of people can weaponize one word to destroy your life. And they will push you into saying that word.
What?
Could you imagine being a female police officer in Houston and seeing and dealing with what she deals with every single day? That word comes from somewhere, okay? It would be kind of like if we were to say colonizer held just as much power as the N-word.
Fam, this is the black and brown coalition they tell you about. This is the people that we need to go put our life on the line for. This is who the Democrats give billions of dollars to. They're out here saying, you guys say the N-word. Why can't we say the N-word? Y'all weaponize the N-word. They do not fight for anything other than the right to come to America illegally, and they fight for the right to say the N-word legally. Listen to what I just told you, fam. They'll fight to come here illegally, and then they fight to say the N-word legally. Other than that, they ain't got a lick of fight in them. That's why they always begging us. Proceed.
Because when they say it with hatred. It's hatred when they say that word. It's not prejudice. It is straight up racist when they call people a colonizer.
What?
Can you imagine if every black person that said that word would lose their job? Could you imagine that? I don't think anyone should lose their job for a word at all. But these people will get together and they'll call every organization and they'll stand out there until they get their way. And the fact is, people need to not crumble. What those police officers go through on a daily basis and what they see every single day, I could only imagine. After a while, seeing the stereotypes, seeing that behavior every single day can push someone. She wasn't saying this publicly. She was saying this in a private group chat with her friends, and she had one of her friends do this to her. That should be held. They should look at that. They should definitely look at that. It wasn't like she was just coming online saying that.
Look at her over there acting like they the victim, y'all. They acting like they the victim. Oh my goodness. And did she just say that we should end up getting punished for using the term colonizer? They've been colonized. This is what we talk about, y'all. They don't feel no way other than they're the dark white community. You're talking about somebody who comes from a colonized land who's trying to say that Black Americans shouldn't say colonizer. First off, we don't even use the term colonizer. That's their people who use colonizer. But she just attributed the N-word to colonizer to the N-word, even though her people were colonized. That's why she's running around here thinking that she's Britney Spears, but she ain't. You ain't Julia Roberts neither. How many tortillas think that they are Julia? How many tamales think that they are Sarah? And this is exactly what she thinks. And this is why we don't give a damn. And this is why we call in ICE, because there's no middle ground with these people, y'all. No smoke for the W's, only smoke for Black folk.
I just think that the Black community loves it. This is a joyous day when they can catch a professional person saying something that they find racist, and they will all pounce. They will pounce and go, look, when they do nothing but call the Hispanic people spinks and wetbacks.
No, we don't.
And everything else.
No, we do not. No, we don't. Fam, listen to this projection. And what I told you, we meet projection with rejection. Black Americans don't say any of that. W's say that. And W's say that to you. And I'm noticing that you skip over W's. I'm noticing that you ain't got no issue for them, and they're the ones talking about sending you home. Notice again, y'all. She said, Black folk call up this all day. Have you went to the W side of town and see what they say about you? We ain't even around y'all enough to say any of that. We don't think about you enough to say any of that. Newsflash to the planet. Black Americans are not thinking about you. We don't give a damn about you. We don't even know who you are. If we were walking down the street and you were walking down the street, we would just walk around you. Point blank, bottom line. Now they want to have some type of connection when they can deflect off of Black Americans and they can say, well, it's really y'all problem.
Nothing happens to them. And it reminds me of the Black police officer that was up here on this app that I did a video about, talking about, I'm the one that your woman fears. What pisses me off is that people won't come together and say, hey, take this Black cop lady's job, the same as they're going to try to take Ashley Gonzalez's job. That woman doesn't deserve to lose her job, because if she deserves to lose her job, everyone with colonizer in their mouth, everyone with and wet deserves to lose their damn job too. I stand with Ashley Gonzalez for the simple fact, words are words.
So it shouldn't be to anyone's surprise, but I support Ashley Gonzalez. Regardless of how you feel as a white American or a Black American, Latinos can say whatever we want. Black Americans and white Americans try to force us into their white versus Black mentality. They want us to subscribe to their social idealisms, and that includes their language. And quite frankly, I am refusing, as a Latino, I am refusing to bow down to their linguistic authority. Personally, I don't even care about Ashley Gonzalez herself. She is an individual. She can make her own decisions. If she wants to apologize, she can apologize. I, however, will never apologize. I am not going to apologize. I refuse to bow down to American bull when it comes to social standards, at least some of them. Like, if you're going to come at me and say or be upset because I said the N-word, I don't give a f.
There go your Black and brown, y'all. You don't ever hear Jasmine Crockett talk about this, does she? Does Kamala Harris ever talk about this? What about Joe Biden? When he tried to say, I understand 100 million cross the border. Okay, you know Joe Biden, 7,752 years old. He ain't talk about this. He ain't ever bring this up. Nope. These people are openly saying they're going to openly say the N-word. And trust me, they won't openly say that around no Black American, not even kids, because they get that damn wizard. Yes, indeed. So you better stay on the internet where it's safe.
Truly don't give a f. So ultimately, I don't think that Black people or people, especially Americans, have any right to tell any Latino or indigenous person how to speak on their own land. So, para mí, no me importa, papá, porque soy Latino.
Soy la ice, soy la phone call, soy la Tom Homan. Since we soiling today. How about that? Family, that's what I'm talking about. And this is why this era is so pivotal and it is so important that we all partake in it. We give our 100%, certified 100. And the reason is, fam, is because these folks come exactly how they are, straight up and down. And this is all them really being upset. First off, that first woman, you know damn well you ain't a W. Stop playing. She was trying to make it look like she was a W. At the same time, she was sticking up for Ashley Gonzalez. In reality, your ass wants to be a W, but reality, you're a taco. That's what you are. Now let me proceed. If you notice, fam, they're going to always do this thing where they say blacks and W's because they're pretending like they got a bone to pick with the dominant society. That's what they really do, fam. They act like they got this like problem with the dominant society, but in reality, they don't. Anytime you hear one of them people say anything along the lines of blacks and W's, just know they don't really mean the W's at all. They really just mean Black people, but they're trying to save face. That's their camouflage. That's their protection to where they don't really get called out on it. You're going to hear on this broadcast with all the clips that I've assembled multitude of times where they're going to pretend like they're calling out blacks and W's. No, they're not, family. You ain't calling out blacks and W's because you think you are W. I told everybody, fam, it's Black Americans, it's W Americans, and then it's the dark W world, okay? It's the dark white world. All right. Everybody who's not a real white person thinks that they are the dark white people. And we got to come to grips with that, understand that, lock that in. And once you get that, fam, you move very smooth, family. It's only on this planet Earth, foundational Black Americans and the dark white community. That is it. Anybody you see fleeing over here, they're dark white. Anybody who comes over here trying to seek refuge, they're dark white. Anybody who comes over here as an immigrant, as a runner, hopper, skipper, jumper, they're all dark white. You cannot convince these people that they're anything less. And cool, because Black Americans know exactly who they are, and we don't fall for the games, and we won't fall back. We're going to continue to put it on the line and put all that dirty paperwork on the table, fam. That's how we get down. And we have dispelled every lie that they've come up with. And the Black and brown coalition has been taking a hell of a lot of hits, fam. Oh, man. It's to the point now where they can't even run around here and say that no more. They used to be able to run that lie. They used to be able to run that game, and folks would go for it. Not anymore. Black Americans right now in this generation, in this era, man, we have completely canceled out the blacks and browns coalition. Nobody can say that. And guess what that does, y'all? It affects people in a lot of ways. The Black and brown coalition affects the Democratic Party, who needs them people, and it affects them people who need the Democrats, who need our vote. It all goes back to us. Why you think you're seeing this uptick in vitriol? Fam, we've all known this for years. Do I got my baby boomers in the building? Are my Gen Xers in the building? Are my millennials in here, family? Let's go ahead and chop it up real quick, real fast, in a hurry. We've been knowing this about these people. Ain't nothing new, ain't nothing changed, but the numbers on the range, baby. Ain't nothing changed. We've been known about all of these people and their anti-blackness. The difference is now is because we started to delineate, they're taken to the internet. That's what it is, fam. Oh, they've been doing all of this anti-blackness in silence. Remember that term, fam. Remember that phrase, y'all. Anti-blackness in silence. But you only see anti-blackness in silence is when people feel that they cannot get away with something. When they feel that they, it's safe and they can stick their head out and they can look around and they can duck back under the corner, go back behind the curtain, then you get the anti-blackness in silence. Now they're desperate, y'all. They're desperate. I see us all well represented, family. Much love, certified. Now, family, with my Gen Xers, my baby boomers, my millennials, now we're seeing what we already known be exposed on the big screen because that's where they're running to. They're all running to the internet now, and they're doing it because they know they're then in the 11th hour. They know that clock is ticking. Deportation breeds desperation. They would never have done this back in the day. That last video you seen, I'm going to say what I want. I say what I feel like doing. They would have never spoke that aloud in the early 2000s and the 80s and the 90s. They would have never done it. Why are they doing it now out loud? Is because they understand if I don't stop this delineation, I'm going back to Mexico. I'm going right on back to Venezuela. I'm going right on back to Cuba. And guess who's waiting for them over there? The cartels. Because the cartels don't like fleers. And the cartels want to know why you ran so bad. So this is why now you're starting to see these people start running their mouth. Delineation got the world effed up. Oh, yes, it does. And I love it, fam, because we're the ones who did all the effing up. We created this environment. We created this atmosphere. We created this fear. And you got to love it if you're a Black American, because they say what's done in the dark comes to light. Well, I say what's done by people who are dark get affected when they think they're dark white. Look at this right here, fam. We ain't going for none of the games. We calling it all the way live.
Listen, man. Gonzalez, I'm sick and tired of this video of something I think everybody should have known. 98, if not 99% of them don't like us. But the thing I'm not understanding is y'all not seeing the power we actually have in this country, huh? Why do you think every so often we hear of a different race that don't like our people, huh? Because we hold the power in this.
All the power.
It's our money that's building all of them up.
Our money, our power. Money, power, respect, y'all. What you need in lives. This is what we got. Why you think you're seeing this? This is exactly what I just said. You're seeing this now because they need us.
Huh? Why do you think every so often we hear of a different race that don't like our people, huh? Because we hold the power in this. It's our money that's building all of them up. Stop spending with them. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. McDonald's, you go in there, y'all talk about, oh, they only hiring each other. Then stop going. Y'all think they're going to survive? No, they can't do it. Y'all talking about construction and contracting, this, that, and the other? Stop contracting them out. They won't survive. Trump taking them one way, and we push them out the other way. Yes, I'm just saying this because I'm pissed off. It's too many races.
Trump pushing them out one way, and we pushing them out the other.
Side to with us when we ain't with nobody, man. We the ones that's been with our entire lives, man. Our parents and grandparents' lives. Here today, we just want to get by and live our life. But we have people like Ashley Gonzalez and a whole heap of other that decide, I want to go with black people just because I can, and I want to get other people on my side. Well, guess what? Get all the people you want on your side. Because the moment we sit there and say, you know what? We're done. None of you can have nothing of ours. If a black person want to open a business, I don't give a what they charging for it. We gonna support them. So if y'all want to start keep hating on us, we got something for y'all.
Tell it.
Not speaking English.
Listen to this Black American sister in St. Louis. I know St. Louis is in here. St. Louis, if you in here, you better stand up. All of Missouri. Watch this sister check these illegals, fam. This is the energy. This is the regulators.
Not speaking English. Donald Trump gonna send your ass back. Not speaking English. Donald Trump speaking English. Donald Trump gonna send your ass back. What's wrong with y'all? Come over here and don't know. Stupid mother. You already know that, don't you?
That's what they all do.
Don't bring your ass to America and don't know the language. That's why you're going back. When Donald Trump gets signed in on the 20th, your ass out of here. What you want?
Huh?
He gonna cry. He gonna cry in the ice band. Or does she check me on these Black American women? I hate these Black American women. That wasn't Ashley Gonzalez, homeboy. That wasn't Ashley Gonzalez. That was St. Louis. That was St. Lou. You better understand. You better write it down. Fam, I told you, when they encounter a Black American woman, all their energy changes. Yes, indeed.
English. Donald Trump speaking English. Donald Trump gonna send your ass back. What's wrong with y'all? Come over here and don't know. Stupid mother. You have to to America and don't know the language. That's why you're going back. When Donald Trump gets signed in on the 20th, your ass out of here. What you want?
Hey, look how she checked him. Watch her whole mannerism, fam. She said, what you want? Y'all know when a black American sister looks at you, size you up, and say, what you want? You know what she trying to tell them. And guess what? They ain't want nothing because that ain't Instagram. That ain't TikTok. That ain't a TikTok live. That's real life right there. Real life, you know what it is, especially in St. Louis.
What you want? What you want? What you want? Get on my fucking nerves.
Huh?
Yep, and you better go ahead and put that on down, and you better move around because we ain't playing. Man, you got to love it. You got to love it. I love it. Y'all love it, fam. If you love it, I love it. We love it together, right? This is the energy. This is the vibration. This is the era. This is all time. Look at the energy from foundational Black Americans right now, currently as we speak. And you see it sweeping all across the country, fam. Brothers and sisters, no matter where you are, you see the West Coast, you see the Midwest, you see the East Coast, you see the South. We well represented, and we're letting everybody know that the disrespect coming from people like Ashley Gonzalez and all the people who say, we stand with Ashley. Well, we stand with delineation, and we stand with calling ICE, and we stand with deportation. Now what you want? Like our sister said, what you want? What you want? Because I'm going to give it to you how you want it. Because Black Americans, fam, we always show love to people. What people don't understand is they call this some type of war, diaspora war, people of color war. First off, we ain't a part of neither one of them, but what we call that is responded. You had all the time in the world to go ahead and get along. You had all the time in the world to fall suit. You thought it was better to come over here and try to side with the same W's who call you out. You wanted to come over here and bring that anti-blackness from your homeland to my homeland. And Black Americans are just letting you know we ain't playing them games. So now what you want? Like our sister said, fam. And this is the energy we giving them. And one thing that's been proven, you guys, during this era is that they can't compete with our energy. They can't match energy. They thought they could. They thought they could. Fam, it was very smooth and very sweet for people to come over here and call us the N-word when we weren't looking, to start whispering in Spanish when we didn't understand what they were talking about, to make accusations about us, to follow straight A students home in California and throw things through their windows, stuff that didn't make the news. It was very cute for Noonie Martinez in California to start calling that little black kid a monkey. They thought all that was funny. And when we started to match the energy, it ain't funny no more. And the same thing that'll make you laugh or make you cry. And this is what happens when foundational Black Americans are fed up. And that's the energy that we're bringing to this whole country, fam. And we can bring whatever we want to this country because we built this country. All right. So when you built the country and you got the energy that's unmatched, now you're seeing the same wimp, simp, punctified energy from those individuals where now they turning around and they ducking. Good, because we made it that way. And what I want everybody to look at, fam, look at your screen right here as we proceed, fam. Look at what I'm talking about these people, y'all. Oh, they talk reckless out here in these streets. Look at this, y'all. Look at it. Look at the screen, y'all. They talk about, regardless, we support Ashley. Send her money on her GoFundMe, not just talk. Oh, aren't these the same people who are always trying to get mad at Black Americans and say, y'all acting like the W man? Looks like they're acting like the W. Look how quick. Say something anti-Black, start a GoFundMe. Say something anti-us, start a GoFundMe. What about this one? Oh, I'm not lying. Ashley Gonzalez for president. Why should we apologize for what we have all wanted to say for decades? Didn't Black Alpha just say that they've been saying it forever, but they were saying it behind closed doors? Fam, one thing about us over here, I don't make things up. I say things that they say, and then I give the receipts. The best receipt that you could ever provide is the receipt that they say. They spoke this. This is their truth, and they're getting our G-checking in the process, y'all. Why should we apologize for what we have all wanted to say for decades? Good for her. I applaud her valor and bravery. So it's brave to say the N-word now. Ain't that something crazy, y'all? Do not apologize for saying the truth. That's how they feel. That's how they feel, brothers and sisters, kings, queens, goddess, and gods. Yes, the hell they do. And Black Americans, we know exactly what it is. So therefore, we don't apologize for delineation, regulating, deportations, nothing. And there's another tation that goes along with that. So you have separation, delineation, deportation, regulation, and reparations. Yes, because their same community was just saying how they wanted to protest our reparations. And family, I come across a person who took it a step further. They're also openly advocating to say the N-word, and they're also now openly advocating to get reparations for themselves. Yes. And then on top of trying to get reparations for themselves, brothers and sisters, they're also now out here saying we want reparations while they openly call us the N-word. I know you're like, Black Alpha, that cannot be true. It is true. And I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Look at your screen, brothers and sisters. Look at your screen. Watch this guy right here. Don't know who he is. Don't give a damn. Okay. YTM Levent says Mexicans should get reparations. And watch how many times he says the N-word as he's saying it.
Native Americans get reparations. Like how Native Americans get reparations and shit like that.
Yeah, they
you know
get paid.
All that their kids get free college. All
college,
that shit. Mexicans, you know how Native Americans get reparations and shit like that.
Yeah, they
you know
get paid.
All that their kids get free college. All that shit. Mexicans should get reparations too, because you know Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California was all part of Mexico. And they low key hold them out there.
Yeah.
If you know the history, I don't know if you know the history.
Yeah, you know I know the history.
So, but especially Texas, because Texas, bro, the only reason these got in here, a lot of people don't know, Texas was just free land that Mexico had, they ain't really used, and they started, the niggas from the USA started trying to farm, so they started renting out.
Am I seeing a Mexican man say Mexicans deserve reparations while he drops the N-bomb 15 times? You can't make up this type of disgusting disrespect. This is who they tell us to go protest for? This is who they say we need to put our reparations on hold and go out there and fight ICE. This right here. Listen to this, y'all. This is the Black and Brown Coalition.
Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California was all part of Mexico. And they low key hold them out there.
Yeah.
If you know the history, I don't know if you know the history.
Yeah, you know I know the history.
So, but especially Texas, because Texas, bro, the only reason these got in here, a lot of people don't know, Texas was just free land that Mexico had, they ain't really used, and they started, the niggas from the USA started trying to farm, so they started renting out the lands.
Yeah.
But once it got too powerful, and they started saying, hey, you can't do this, or we only gave y'all, like, now that we just gonna keep it.
Yep.
And they win the war. And then after that, they just, look, we're going to cut you a little check, but we're going to keep all this shit. And really at the end, they low-key hold Mexico out there.
They bullied them out the land, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they be holding the fuck out of, they throwing our ass out.
It is.
You know how Native Americans get
Look at that right there. Look at that, fam. Oh, now they support reparations. Oh, they'll support reparations real fast when they want it. First off, America broke them off millions of dollars, okay? See, they act like there was no treaties. They act like there was no deals. They act like they didn't get the bag. That's when all the lands, that stolen land, wasn't stolen if we paid for it and we cut y'all the check and y'all went right on down there and was cool. It's only until now you couldn't build your homeland when you want to run back here that you want to talk about land being stolen. Imagine that, family. They drop the N-word left and right. They talk about stolen land left and right. They break into this country unlawfully, left and right. And then when you simply tell them no, they say you owe them reparations. Damn. And then they tell us that they're going to protest our reparations. Why they openly say that we need to go and protest for them to have the right to stay in the United States, fam. You can't make this up. But this is what happens when you deal with these individuals, because everything that they talk about is made up. You're really dealing with individuals who've been fake. There ain't been nothing real about them people on that side for the longest amount of time. And Black Americans been the only ones saying it. Well, you know, until Donald Trump showed up, and he says it in every press conference. So they want us to go against deportations, and they want us to support them while they openly and actively say the N-word, and they openly and actively say that they will protest whatever we do in the streets, family. Don't get mad at foundational Black Americans for being foundational. Get mad at yourself for being failures. And when I tell you they're failures, fam, and I tell you that everything that they try to apply to us, do you know right now in Mexico, they have mass protests against illegal immigration? Yes, they do, fam. Over there right now, they got these massive protests where they are going against illegals. So they want Black Americans to support them here, but over there, they don't even support their own. Right here, family, this is what we mean. Watch these individuals and how slick they think they are, but they really ain't. Oh, no. We don't fall for none of these games, and we never will. They think they slick, but they fall right for every single con game, every single time. Watch this, brothers and sisters. Here we go. You ain't gonna try to get our reparation because we got you on both sides of the fence, literally. Watch this in Mexico.
How people in Mexico are running out of patience with migrants and why.
It's a huge problem in our neighborhood. The noise, the contamination, the garbage, the violence.
Longtime Mexico City resident Hugo Sanchez, whose child has a heart condition, is fed up with illegal immigrants in Mexico. He's worried the government resources will be diverted to deal with migrants.
Defecan, orinan.
They defecate and urinate in public, says neighbor and retiree Leticia Melendez, who hopes President Trump will help Mexico close its southern border.
He may have some influence with our government, so together they can solve the problem. We can't continue like this.
Francisco Rosas Flores lives near a migrant camp housing mostly Cubans, Haitians, and Venezuelans. He calls the migrant influx an invasion and worries about the drug and alcohol abuse he sees.
He calls it an invasion? Who else says that there's an invasion? Sounds like they don't mind invading, but they don't like invaders. Yep. And they said the cartel leaders, what? Proceed.
We don't know these people, where they come from, if they have a criminal record. Most are unemployed because they don't do anything.
70% of Mexicans call illegal immigration excessive, according to a survey, and 40% want to limit or stop illegal immigration altogether.
Look at that screen right there. Mexicans on migration. 70% call illegal immigration excessive. 40% want to stop illegal immigration. That does not look like what they tell us when they come to America, fam. But you got smoke for Black Americans. But you running around here saying the N-word. You out here saying you stand with Ashley Gonzalez. And then you get mad when I stand with Tom Homan. If you can stand with Ashley, I can stand with Tom. How about that one? Black Ice is on fire tonight. Look at this right here. Hear it from themselves.
Tensions boiled over in the Mexican border city of Tijuana on Sunday. Hundreds of protesters hitting the streets, demanding that the massive caravan of migrants from Central America leave their country. Some holding signs reading, "Say no to the invasion," and singing the Mexican national anthem. Demonstrators accuse the migrants of causing chaos and breaking the law.
Mexico has always been a nation which opens its doors to anyone who needs it, but there are ways to enter someone's home and ask for support and help, and attacking authorities and knocking down barricades is not the right way.
Over the past week, nearly 6,000 migrants have poured into Tijuana and another nearby border city. The mayor says he's expecting that number to climb to 10,000. Many in the migrant caravan are from Honduras, fleeing poverty and violence. And they've received some help along the way. At Sunday's demonstration, a handful of activists showed up in support.
A few migrants are causing trouble, but not all of them. There are good people in this group, including women and children.
Over the past week, Mexico and the U.S. have stepped up security at the border. President Donald Trump deploying 6,000 troops to the area and suspending asylum for migrants who enter the U.S. illegally. Meanwhile, in Tijuana, authorities have urged the migrants to head to shelters for their own safety.
Damn. They said for their own safety. Look at that, fam. Whoa. See, this is why Black Americans aren't allowing ourselves to be held to any standard other than our own. Because anytime someone tries to hold us to some type of standard, it's always the servant standard. Okay, well, you can't have us be the servants because we're the foundationals, we're the aboriginals, we're the indigenous. And in your homeland, that's an S-hole, your homeland, you don't like people going there. So when you come here, how you gonna get mad at us for calling them folks on you? Hell no, it's open, it's to the public, the world knows, Black Americans standing on 10, and we doing it all by ourselves, family. They can't change that, they can't rearrange that. And I want everybody to see, look how quick, y'all, they were using the same terms that Donald Trump be using. Oh man, they was out there talking, you heard it right then and there, fam. They was talking about invaders. They was talking about these people bring crime and we don't know where they come from. This is the same thing they get mad at here. See what we're doing now, y'all, and it's the worst thing for them. We're exposing the Black and brown coalition, and they need the Black and brown coalition to eat, okay? You starve a tether when you untether them. Remember that, y'all. See, the problem is that America created a system and designed a system and a structure that is to milk foundational Black American creation and to give it to all these people who've never created anything. And then we showed up. And then we all stood up, all generations alike, all different regions, all different ages. And we collectively, as a foundational Black American grassroots, said, no more. It's a wrap. Y'all gonna have to get it on your own. Y'all already came over here and abused the Civil Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act that we fought for, the Civil Rights Act that allowed you to come to my country. And then when you got here, you openly worked against us and you openly sided with the W's. And now you think you're going to openly tell us that we need to go ahead and fight for you while you protest our reparations. Black Americans in this generation, we have said F around and find out. And guess what, y'all? We're in the midst of all of them finding out. We told them F around about 1.5 years ago. Now they finding out about a minute ago. And this is the beautiful thing about what we've created. The Black and Brown Coalition does not exist at all. Never has. It's not a myth. It's a goddamn lie. People of other, legions of color, that never existed either. Neither did the minorities. Notice, y'all, every single term that they have created, that we've got rid of, they don't want to let go of it. Look at it, y'all. Follow me now. Every single term that Black Americans have seen as hostile in tactics of them trying to take from us, we have pushed to the side. They're the only ones who still want to hold on to that. If you ever want to find an op or an open enemy, my good brothers and sisters, find out who still calls themselves Black and Brown. There goes your op. Find out who still says, we've made it very clear now that we can see through anybody based on the terminology that they spew. So it's become very, very evident who the problems are, and it's become very, very evident where the phone is. And remember, a Black American phone can send Julio back home, no matter how much he doesn't want to go there. Look at this right here, fam. This is what I'm saying. It turned very, very Black American and very, very hateful and very, very what the F that got to do with us. Somehow, some dusty, musty, and always rusty tamale says these things about Black Americans, and they blame Black Americans. Within 1 week, y'all, it went from what this woman said, where she openly said she hated us, She didn't say she disliked us, all right? In a country that talks all this talk about peace and justice, she openly said multiple times she hates Black Americans. Openly said, we're the N-word. And somehow in 1 week, that turned into, why are Black people bad? Why are Black people racist? Because remember, y'all, anything that goes bad in their life, they blame Black Americans. But they find out they can't do to us what they do to the melanated people down there. You want to know what the biggest culture shock in the world is? The biggest culture shock on the planet is when these people come here from these third world countries and they realize you can't treat Black Americans the way you treat melanated people down in Latin America. Down in the Caribbean, off in Africa, off in Asia. You can't treat us the way you treat darker complected people. Fam, that's like taking cold ass water and throwing it in somebody's face. That is a rude awakening. They think when they come here, they're going to practice that same anti-Blackness that they do in Cuba or Mexico or Nicaragua. And then they find out that foundational Black Americans, we ain't Cuban, we ain't Venezuelan, we ain't Nicaraguans, we ain't Mexicanos, we are certified FBA. And play them games if you want to, but it's going to be bad, and bad news going to beat you home. Watch this right here, fam. This is what I mean. They try to turn this into a what's wrong with Black folks thing. We said it a week ago. All that, she don't represent their community. Looks like she does.
Are trying to start a race war with Latinos. Black Americans are trying to start a race war with Latinos right now because of this Ashley Gonzalez thing, saying that all Latinos are the same. And Latinos are now starting to cut back because now they're starting to make videos, talking about how, some Black people, mistreat Hispanics or Latinos or are racist towards them. And they're starting to respond by showing them like, look, this is what your people do to mine. And the reason why this sucks is because now it's no longer about Ashley Gonzalez, right? She was held accountable, bro. Nobody's claiming that girl, bro. That is not a representation of our people in any way, shape, or form, right? But Black people want to make it seem like that. These Black people on the internet that I'm talking about, they want to make it seem like that. So now Latinos are not even talking about Ashley Gonzalez. Now they're defending themselves because it's like, yo, how you going to accuse us of being like this? But then look at y'all.
How many times did he say Black people? Fam, count how many times he says Black people. What this got to do with us?
Trying to start a race war with Latinos. Black Americans are trying to start a race war with Latinos right now because of this Ashley Gonzalez thing saying that all Latinos are the same. And Latinos are now starting to cut back because now they're starting to make videos, talking about how, some black people, mistreat Hispanics or Latinos or are racist towards them. And they're starting to respond by showing them like, look, this is what your people do to mine. And the reason why this sucks is because now it's no longer about Ashley Gonzalez, right? She was held accountable, bro. Nobody's claiming that girl, bro. That is not a representation of our people in any way, shape, or form, right? But black people want to make it seem like that. These black people on the internet I'm talking about, they want to make it seem like that. So now Latinos are not even talking about Ashley Gonzalez. Now they're defending themselves because it's like, yo, how y'all gonna accuse us of being like this? But then look what y'all been doing this whole time. And things are just not looking too good. Y'all need to stop. That is an Ashley Gonzalez thing. That is not a representation of anybody outside herself. She is a hateful human being who hates black people, and she's dealing with the consequences to her actions. Stop doing this thing where you're saying, oh, all your Latinos are like that, because now people are feeling like they have to defend themselves, and they're starting to get at your people, not because they have negative feelings towards your people, but because they want to show you like, nah, but look at what y'all doing. Crazy. Americans are trying to start a race war with Latinos. Black Americans are trying to start a race war with Latinos right now.
Y'all see how many times he said black more than he said Latino. You would think by the way he's talking, we did something. The black folks, the black, blackity, black. You see what I'm talking about? This is how they're trying to pivot, project, and misdirect, okay? A pivot, a misdirection is their main hustle, y'all. Somehow, some way, this dude turned that all into black Americans. Because if it's black Americans, black, he said we're trying to start a race war. Fam, that dude has openly been talking that anti-black stuff for a long time. He's been on that anti-black stuff. And this is what happens when you give people an out. This is what happens when you allow people to disrespect us and you give them a pass. Remember, and I said this last week to all my young activists out there, fam, and anybody who wants to get into this work, you never make your opposition comfortable because they're going to take it and run with it. That's exactly what he's trying to do, y'all. He's trying to take it and run with it so he can flip it and spin it, and we ain't allowing it. You understand? We ain't going for none of that. We ain't playing none of them games. We keeping it super, super extra certified and thorough. Therefore, they got to all fall back. This is what they've been doing all across social media, fam. You don't see anybody really going out there and calling her out for what she said. What you see, though, is a bunch of people running around here trying to make excuses, fam. And you've heard every excuse in the book because deep down inside, this is how they feel about us. Deep down inside, this is who they are. Remember, y'all, when I say that they think they're a part of the dark white community, that's exactly what it is. Some people say, when you talk about Latinos, they say you have Afro Latinos and then you have white Latinos. I say white on paper Latinos, okay? I don't even grant them that, all right? Because they want you to say that. When you say a white Latino, no. Someone who may put it on paper, but that don't mean, man, let me tell you something, fam. I can put on paper that I'm a billionaire. Don't mean I got $1 billion. You have the dark white community. And in their mind, they really think that. How many of you guys seen that W woman who came out this week? And the W woman is saying, listen, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, we don't like you. No matter how much you try to act this way, we ain't fooling with you. No matter how many times you try to play some type of scam, we ain't with you. Remember this, fam. They know how the dominant society feels about them. Don't let these people pretend. They make it look like they don't know yet. Wait till the facts come out. They know exactly how W's feel about them. They tell them all the time. They let it be known off rip. Anytime you are on a quest to be somebody, you know everything about them. And that's what they've been doing. Somebody told me a long time ago, fam, long time ago, when I was in my early 20s, they said, a gentleman told me, a guy who's in the military, he said he would rather go to a Klan rally than ever deal with any of them. He said, I would go to a Klan rally before I'll go to a Cinco de Mayo parade. He said, because everything they say at the Klan rally, they gonna say at the Cinco de Mayo parade. Only difference is they're going to go extra because they're trying to prove something. Fam, Black Americans been calling this out. All my certified brethren right here in the house tonight, y'all know exactly who these people are. See, they think that Black Americans don't know who these people are because they go get these Democratic shields. These Democratic shields may run around here all damn day long with some rainbow coalition in their head, trying to speak about this and talk about that. Notice, fam, they don't like the fact that we know all lies that they've been telling us. We've been saying this for years. Every Black American in our household has been talking about the anti-Blackness that comes from their communities. We've been saying it for the longest amount of time. And we've been saying that these people are nothing more than individuals who want to impress the W. You want to put on a show for the W. You want to come over here and disrespect us because you think the W is going to give you trinkets. Can I tell you what really upsets them, fam? And this is a beautiful thing. What upsets them, fam, is that the people who have power right now in that White House, they represent the side of supremacy that don't like Mr. Taco Truck. They represent a side of supremacy that no matter how much you put on the show, they still feel you're lesser than. See, they think if they come over here and they disrespect Black Americans, the W is going to say, oh, that's good. Here's a brownie, or excuse me, here's some nachos. That's what it is. They're mad right now that Donald Trump, MAGA, and the Republicans, they don't give them passes and benefits and treats for disrespecting Black Americans like Joe Biden did. Oh, yeah, we here, family. Damn right we are. They're mad that J.D. Vance, he don't give them treats for disrespecting us like Kamala did. They're mad that Donald Trump, he don't play those games of come over here, disrespect Black folks, and we gonna break you off a bag. That upsets them, fam. And this is why you see them in spazzing, y'all, disarray, going every way, crying on the internet, having meltdowns, because that's what Ashley Gonzalez did. She had a meltdown. Let's call it for what it is, brothers and sisters. That was a meltdown. And in the course of her meltdown, her anti-Blackness showed. She's been taught to keep all that stuff in the closet. Only say that at Cinco de Mayo. Only say that at your quinceañera. Don't ever say that out loud. The reason why she's saying it out loud, because she's melting down, y'all. That was a crash out. That's exactly what that was. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be anti-Black and not get caught. That's what you're supposed to do. So she had a crash out. Why did she crash out? Delineation. Why she crash out? Deportation. Why she crashed out? Black ICE, calling them twice. That's why she crashed out. That was nothing more than a burrito truck crash out. Brought to you by Black Americans and brought to you by the W Americans that ain't giving you trinkets for the disrespect. How do you know? It's because, boy, why they got all them words for us and you got all that smoke for us. Don't worry about me, okay? Black Americans, we don't see you. We see around you. We too focused on being exceptional and living in a homeland that we built. Now, I know you wouldn't understand building a homeland because you all come from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 19th, 20th, 25th and a half countries that you've never built. Over here, when you actually built your own homeland, when you actually created something, you're so into it that you don't focus on a bunch of hoppers, skippers, and jumpers. So we good. Don't worry about me. You better worry about what Tom Homan's saying. You better worry about what Pam Bondi's saying. You better worry about J.D. Vance. And I'm going to show y'all exactly what that community is saying. Fam, they out here getting checked and they worrying about my check. But you going to get it. Watch.
And again, another one bites the dust. How many videos am I going to have to make to tell you if you don't look like me, but you think because you're not Black, it's not going to happen to you? It's going to happen to you. And the irony is your proximity to whiteness is never going to save you. And the call is always going to come from inside the house. Let's not forget that just a week and a half ago, they found a 19-year-old Latino boy hanging outside of a police department in Washington, D.C. We will never like you. We will never accept you. We will use you. We will abuse you. And then we will toss you aside. She's a dead woman walking. If she'll get drunk and get on Instagram on somebody else's page and talk like this, do you imagine what she says within the police department with other officers? So now they're thinking if she'll yap, she'll yap. So we need to worry about that. We'll never protect you. We'll never choose you. And you are not safe with us. And again,
Damn. Family, that woman didn't wake up today and just come to that conclusion. She didn't just wake up yesterday and say, hey, I got a great idea. That's what has been getting said in the dominant society for a long time. Julio, you may not want to hear it. Pedro, I know you don't want to talk about it. I know you so busy talking about Black Americans. I know you so mad at us. You out here advocating to say the N-word, but Mrs. Karen right there got a hell of a lot of words for you. You better worry about her words instead of saying words to me, because I ain't listening. This is what's getting said in the dominant society for the longest. This is what's been said in their community forever. And they making it clear today. And she ain't the only one.
U.S. citizens that voted for him.
You should be deporting yourself.
Why should I deport myself?
Because you're brown skin.
I'm a U.S. citizen, man.
Here. We don't want brown skin
way, you're going to get deported.
That is one of the most.
What the hell are you doing here? You should be back in Mexico.
Why should I go back to Mexico?
Because that's your country.
Why is that my country?
This is not your country.
You're not white. This brown skin, they don't want you.
U.S. citizens that voted for him.
You should be deporting yourself.
Why should I deport myself?
Because you're brown skin.
I'm a U.S. citizen, man.
Here. We don't want brown skin.
Way, you're going to get deported.
That is one of the most.
What the hell are you doing here? You should be back in Mexico.
Why should I go back to Mexico?
Because that's your country.
Why is that my country?
This is not your country.
You're not white. You're not white. You're not white. You're not white. This brown skin, they don't want you.
U.S. citizens that voted.
Damn. I mean, can they put it any clearer than that? Yeah, that's funny. Well, I'm over here laughing too. Can you make it any more clear than that right there? We exposing the black and brown coalition. I know they got a hard time hearing, okay? I know they've been out here faking the front. I know they've been flogging. Let's drop some receipts on the table for all of them today. You ain't a W. You'll never be a W. You can want to be a W, but guess what? W's don't want you to be a W. Y'all see the problem that they face right now? You want to be a W, but W's don't want you to be a W. W's are telling you that you can never be one of them. You better not come around, and you better self-deport and go back to your homeland. Your problems, like all these tethers and blenders and hoppers and skippers, their priorities are always messed up. Their priorities are always talking about us when it should be worrying about self. And the reason why your homeland is the way it is today is because you're always focused on how you can get next to the nearest Mayo. Your little, I got to be near the nearest Mayo. I got to have proximity to Karen and Ken. That's ruining your life, okay? And you don't realize that until you in the back of an ICE van. Family, let's go ahead and say it. The blacks and browns coalition doesn't exist at all. And the Latino community has got their wake-up call. Bars. One more time for your mind. The black and brown has never existed at all. And Latinos done got their wake-up call. And there's a big difference between a wake-up call where you think you may get deported opposed to the wake-up call to where your ass is getting deported. We're in the is deportation time frame. And I is enjoying every moment of it because there's no love here, fam. No, and there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. Because we understand the way you treat people down there in your homeland. We understand the way you treat them folks. We understand that you got no respect for people who are from where you're at. We understand all of this. And what do we understand more, family? We understand more that if it boils down to it, you're going to always run those type of games. Look at this right here, family. Look at your screen. Family, they had a White Appreciation Day. Yes, they did. How many of you guys remember this? White Appreciation Day. Oh, they've been having White Appreciation Days because they're from the dark white community. And remember, the dark white community is the I'm not white community. They just don't really want to admit it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it for them. You guys remember that right then and there? Huh? You remember that, family? Yeah, they've been running around here trying to play that game. Nobody does that in Black America. Black Americans aren't on that type of time. Black Americans don't give a damn about that. You can never convince Black Americans to play those type of shenanigans. But you can for them because that's their mommy and daddy. Fam, they have a mommy and daddy disorder. And I said it and I broke this down last week. I'll break it down forever. I got time today. These people want to be W's. They think they're W's and they live to be with W's. They love W's more than they love their mama. And it's time somebody steps up and says it. And Black Americans, we saying it by the masses. They love W's more than they love themselves. And they do not like the reflection in the mirror. So that's why you get things like W Appreciation Day. What about this right here? What about that? Fam, look at all those instances of anti-Blackness. What you thought we was going to pretend? You thought we was going to act like that don't happen? You thought we were just going to say, no, that ain't what it is. No, they's the never do that. That's that Democratic Shield talk. Black Americans ain't Democratic Shields. We grassroots certified. So therefore, since you certified, you ain't going for none of that. That's what they've been doing. That's what they think they saying. And we've been out here checking them every single moment, y'all. And let me tell y'all a grave mistake. We broke it down the other day. I don't know if my brother Church in here. Certified salute to my brother Church. Y'all remember last week when they had that damn protest and you had some of those Democratic shields and that lady showed up with the cowboy hat on. She talking about belt to head and all that. That wasn't no belt to nothing, okay? That was patty cake. You was out here playing patty cake. And she led the whole conversation with saying, Ashley Gonzalez don't speak for the Latino community, giving them an out. Let me make this clear, family. As a real certified grassroots activist, the number one on the planet, we don't play games. We don't play nice. We real. We ain't got no time for playing. And we automatically knew during that press conference that there was some funny style stuff going on where they wanted to get Ashley Gonzalez, but they didn't really want to upset the Latino community. So AKA you was coming with feelings. And remember, y'all, there ain't no such thing as an emotional activist. So I denounce all of that because a few days later, fam, you started to see this right here. And somebody wrote on my channel the other day, they said, that woman ain't nothing but Kamala Harris with a cowboy hat on. And damn it, cowboy hat, no cowboy hat, we ain't playing no patty cake. Did y'all see this? Do y'all see they brought them out a token taco? I said it, y'all. They brought out a token taco. Yes. Fam, let me ask y'all a question, and you can answer your brother Black Alpha honestly. I want honesty, fam. Y'all know this family of ours, the number one chat on the planet Earth, be jealous, keep hating y'all, because y'all's ain't like mine. The number one chat on the planet Earth, be honest with your brother Black Alpha. Would we ever have token tacos at our protesting rallies? Would we ever have one of them and let them come in? You can answer with a yes or a no. Very simple, family. I mean, it could be a 2-letter or a 3-letter, but let your boy know. If we was talking about an anti-Black American hate crime protection, are you guys going to bring in a token taco to speak? Are you guys going to allow Julio Romero Gonzalez Benavidez to have a conversation? Are you guys going to let him stand in front of us to get a word in? Or are we just going to stand on our own business and speak for ourselves? Family, I see a lot of no's and hell no's and hell no's and nopes. And I love those answers because those are the correct answers. So when you see this right here, this is very Democratic shillish, all right? And watch this Democratic shillish energy and watch what Mr. Julio says.
Here to represent the Hispanic people. We do not support this kind of behavior, and this message is to all the Hispanics out there. Just because you hear the N-word being said and you get a pass, do not say that. This allows other Mexicans and other Hispanics proximity, and people like her are using it in the wrong context and in the wrong way, and this is not us. We are better than this, and we have to do better than this. This is an example of what corruption, discrimination. Can we see what's happening to our communities right now? We're being hunted down. We're being hunted down, and we expect the Black communities to stand with us, but we can't stand with them. This is not acceptable. We have to come together, and that's where I'm going to leave it at. Thank you. Here to represent.
Did y'all notice he got in a little anti-Donald Trump statement? Did y'all catch that, fam? Do you see how he went out there and pushed his agenda? Stand together. We're being hunted down. There you go, fam. There goes that shield energy. This is why you don't let him talk. Notice, fam, he had to throw that in there. He couldn't just say, listen, that's wrong. Don't you say that. We need to quit being anti-Black to Black Americans. He didn't go there. He was out there playing pity pat again. This is wrong. We don't need to. We should be careful. We shouldn't have said that now. Donald Trump is bad. Vote blue no matter who. You see, fam, why we don't let these people come and talk for us? Here we go.
And this is not us. We are better than this, and we have to do better than this.
It is you. It is you, fam. Listen to that. And listen, I don't know. I'm just keeping it real. I'm seeing, I don't know. This look real tetherish back here. Doesn't Houston, fam, my brothers and sisters, is Texas in the house tonight? Is Texas in the house? I love Texas. I can't wait to go back to Texas, family. I'll be there, fam. Don't Texas got a lot of Nigerians? Aren't there a lot of Nigerians in, not Texas, but Houston, right? Aren't there a lot of Nigerians? Wasn't that Mana Leo's manager guy? He a Nigerian. He's from Houston, right? Uh-huh. Because I'm sorry, dog. That dude right there looked like a tether, and the dude way over here looked like a tether. That dude, fam, I'm getting a real sense of some Nigerians over there. Let's keep it real if we gonna stay there, fam. All right, let's keep it all the way live, brothers and sisters. Are y'all getting tether energy there, fam? I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it certified. I seen the ex-brother. I seen him ride before. Respect. But I'm looking at these other people right here, and I'm getting some real tether energy. That, fam, this guy ain't no black American. I don't give a damn what you say. This dude over here, he looked like damn Julius Malima's brother. Shout out to Malima, by the way. This man looked like he been hanging out with Nelson Mandela. He looked like he was on Nelson Mandela's security detail. He looked like he just got here from South Africa. I'm just being real, y'all. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it trill, okay? I'm getting a heck of a lot of tetherfied energy with some Africans in that picture. You dig? That's what I'm saying. But if you notice, y'all seen it too, right? Y'all seen it too? I'm sorry, fam. This looked like the Zimbabwe president detail. He looked like he out on the safari somewhere. Nah, bruh. Nah, dog. No. Yeah, okay, they infested with tethers out there. A bunch of Nigerians, a bunch of tethers. Okay. Yeah, but I'm telling you, fam, this looks like straight. These people look like they just got here from hanging out with Winnie Mandela. I'm sorry. Okay, this look like Mr. Lumbumba. What they do? So, fam, again, you got Mr. Julio, Mr. Lumbumba, but you ain't standing on business. I need business, certified business, and not that right there, fam. So, no. And notice that Mr. Token Taco, he says, we are not like this. You see how he had to go in there and clean up the image? He wasn't there to bring her to justice. He wasn't there to stand next to black people. He was there to slide in good sentiments about his community and provide protection. That's what this was about.
And other Hispanics' proximity, and people like her are using it in the wrong context and in the wrong way, and this is not us. We are better than this, so we have to do better than this. Using it in the wrong context and in the wrong way, and this is not us. We are better than this, so we have to do better than this. This is an example of what corruption, discrimination. Can we see what's happening to our communities right now? We're being hunted down. We're being hunted down, and we expect the black communities to stand with us, but we can't stand with them. This is not acceptable. We have to come together, and that's where I'm going to leave it at. Thank you. Here to represent the.
Notice that it couldn't just be she's wrong and we need to address the anti-blackness in our community. You notice that, family? You notice it couldn't just be, hey, we wrong, we need to address it. It's always something else, fam. This is why we don't give a damn. This is why us, okay, certified 100. I know I can speak for the certifieds, family. Certifieds don't have no feelings and emotion because every time you give somebody an out, they always try to get their stuff in all the time. We need to come together. Nothing about her saying the N-word. We're not like this. Nothing about her saying the N-word. Nothing about their community being anti-black. You're not addressing the problem. So this is why we don't bring people around. We operate better when we're in the confines of ourselves. Nobody sits or stands in this winner circle other than foundational black Americans. That is it. He comes in there with the Mexican thing. He says, we being hunted down. Black folks got to stick up for us. But not one time did he say anything about the anti-blackness in their community. They don't want to address that. They don't want to address that, family. That's what they are dodging. They're ducking, and they don't want to go there. Why? It's because that indicts your community. And when you indict your community on that type of behavior, now you can't run around here anymore and try to, scam black Americans and con black Americans. So this is why we always have to look at the people who are around, looking for, I don't care, you have 15 cowboy hats, I don't give a damn. We watching all of that because it looks very suspicious, looks very funny style, looks very fraudulent. And that's exactly what we mean by fraudulent, y'all. That is clearly a bunch of anti-blackness, and that's clearly a bunch of we are going to provide protection for our people, because if we didn't provide protection for our people, then maybe anti-Black racism would get stopped. They are not trying to put an end to it, fam. They're trying to continue it. And they're coming up with every way that they can continue it. And what's the main way that they're trying to continue it? Is just by acting like it doesn't exist. That's what they're doing, fam. Just act like it doesn't exist. And when they do those things, fam, and then they come out and then they make a bunch of lies and they make a bunch of excuses, the main thing that we do as certified foundational Black Americans in the grassroots, the only grassroots that matters, one of the things that we do, fam, is, we check them. And there's a brother that just checked this woman at this store because she was out there throwing around the N-word. Look at this right here, fam. I'm going to show y'all. Look at this right here. This woman starts throwing around the N-word left and right in this restaurant, y'all. This is the real their community. Oh, I told y'all, we got receipts. Tap in, lock in, smash the like button, baby. We here tonight. Y'all look at this right here, y'all. Watch this woman throwing around the N-word, and then the brothers calling her out, and she starts pulling that, I don't care, make a video, I don't give a damn. They get real bold until I show up. Y'all notice that? Notice they get real bold. They talk that, I know scared. You not scared until Tom Homan come knocking. Look at this.
This is how she talks. I'm a right? You let your customers call me a huh? You let her call me a nigga, huh? Huh? This is hard chicken. This the hard chicken on 59 in the Aldine vendor. Got the nastiest attitude racist.
How many times, brothers and sisters? I mean, damn. I think we got enough evidence to make a pattern. I think we got enough evidence. Don't let nobody run around here and say this ain't a representation. This looks like a damn good representation. By the way, who do you think this individual right here gives birth to? She gives birth to the Ashley Gonzalez, okay? This is Ashley Gonzalez Sr. right here, fam, okay? This is what it is. She got a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You see, but Black Americans is pulling them cameras out and checking them.
Chicken. This the hard chicken on 59 in the Aldine vendor. Got the nastiest attitude Right.
Oh, that's how they do. That's how they do. You damn right they got nasty attitudes. But watch this right here, family. And I want everybody to see the contradictions in these people in that community. Watch this.
Go ahead and talk about why it's problematic to say statements like, we do not claim them or we do not claim her. In regards to the racist Houston police officer, Ashley Gonzalez, and we got to talk about it. There's this common argument that I keep hearing from some Latinos saying, well, she does not represent me. Oh, well, she's not a representation of the Hispanic or Latino community. And that's as far as they'll go in regards to addressing the situation. Ashley Gonzalez is a representative of a very real issue that exists within the Latino community, and that is anti-Blackness. There is no denying that, respective to the history in Latino America, there has been a history of anti-Blackness, and you can look at respective nations, whether it's Mexico, Argentina, look at the caste systems that were created, and it was descendants of Africans, Black people, that were always at the bottom of the social class. Those social classes were organized by the pseudoscience of a racialized hierarchy, and part of that is because the Latino identity, it's inherently anti-Black, and it's anti-Indigenous. It is an identity that is built on...
Fam, you notice how he low-key froze right there? Fam, you notice how he low-key froze? He was like, it's very, he didn't want to say it. Fam, I'm talking to y'all right now. Was he kind of not really wanting to go there? He didn't really say that with his chest, though, did he? Did he say it with his chest, family? Watch how he goes, it's very anti-Black and Indigenous, too, now. See, I don't believe nobody. Okay, listen, I don't trust nothing. All right? What my boy Pac say, trust nobody. He was low-key freezing up a little bit. See, they want to call it out, provide protection, but kind of keep it trucking. Notice he don't really say it all the way with his chest, fam.
Were organized by the pseudoscience of a racialized hierarchy. And part of that is because the Latino identity, it's inherently anti-Black and it's anti-Indigenous. It is an identity that is built on the erasure of those two groups. And saying things like, oh, well, I don't claim them. Like, I'm very happy that you're not like that. However, I believe that you cannot accept an identity like the Latino identity without acknowledging both the good and the bad. And a lot of that bad is this normalized anti-Blackness that we see across all countries in Latin America. And these are ideas that have influenced the culture, which is why you also have ideas like mejorando la raza. Something that I've been saying is that anti-Blackness and Latinos aiming for whiteness is not something new to Latinos here in the US. It is also an idea that they bring with them when they come here to the US, because if you look at the history of the respective Latino country, you're going to find that there has been a history of anti-Blackness, and it happens to get reinforced here in the US. So instead of saying, well, I don't claim them, I think it's very important to call that person out or call them in, because you cannot begin to deconstruct the Latino identity without accepting that there is inherent in it anti-Blackness. But go ahead and let me know what you think. Go ahead and talk about why.
We're going to go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to tell you what I think. And better yet, I'm going to tell you what I know. What we know, fam, for certain, is when you start dealing with these individuals, they still be tap dancing. They don't really want to go in, okay? Now, when it comes to us, they want us to denounce everything. Denounce hip-hop music, denounce gospel, denounce jazz music. They always want Black Americans to go in. They give us these love letters. And this is something that's became very big on social media, fam. All these love letters towards Black people. Oh, we love you so much. I've got 12 Black friends. I don't like when people say those things about you. But y'all notice they never hold weight. Remember this, y'all. They'll do something powerless, but nothing powerful. They know how to say something just a bit to kind of get you without giving it to you, okay? That's what he was doing right there. See, a lot of folks is going to hear that, and they're going to say, man, he a rider. Matter of fact, I see people saying it. On social media, they were like, man, that's a rider right there. That is not a rider, okay? Let me tell you what that is, fam. That's a liar, all right? A rider, first off, we don't need riders, all right? First off, okay, I don't need anybody. Second off, that right there is somebody who is trying to call it out, but he ain't really calling it out. He's kind of just playing the game. And this is what they do when I say playing the game. And something else came to my attention about the way these people get down and the way they move and the way they operate and the way they function. They're going to talk just enough so they can still maintain a relationship. Y'all see how we were just talking about Miss Cowgirl Hat? Do y'all know right afterwards, she's taking up a case for Latinos? Yep. This is why she went out of her way to say that Ashley Gonzalez doesn't represent the Latino community because she still has a relationship with the Latino community in the politic world and the social world. And let's be honest with you, probably in her personal world. Y'all look at this right here. Right after that little thing and all that performative stuff, check this out. And by the way, let me say this as well. How many of you guys heard just, what was it? Was it last week? How many of you guys heard about that fire boom that happened in Chicago? Where was they trying to harm up? Was it a sister? Somebody let me know, fam, because I know y'all be knowing. Y'all know a lot of stuff, fam. This is why we the best, because y'all be teaching me a lot of stuff. How many of you guys seen that story? I cannot post it, put it up right now, because y'all know how they be tripping and whatnot. But how many of y'all seen that? In Chicago right now, people from that community, okay, from the Laredo community, all right, they out there and they fired something, a particular person from our community in their vehicle. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Y'all seen it too? It was her car. Okay, and it was a sister. Shout out to y'all. Okay, absolutely. Y'all see what I'm talking about? The same exact week where they say they don't give a damn. The same exact week where they say we all friends. The same exact week where they're having press conferences trying to unite the races. That goes on. Have you heard anybody talk about that, y'all? Has anybody brought that up right there in Chicago? Shout out to that sister. I'm going to try to find the situation and report on it. But y'all know what they've been doing to some of the brothers and sisters out here, right here on these platforms. And they've been out there scoping and monitoring. So we're going to be very cautious with what we say. But y'all can read through the lines, fam. Y'all know exactly what it is. Y'all know what they try to do to that sister out there in Chicago, fam. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody. Y'all see? And they got a long history of that, fam. We're the only people who have that, fam. That's terrorism. Okay? Fam, see, this somebody said in the chat earlier. Y'all go ahead and y'all get them things with you, okay? All right, it's gonna be a hot summer, fam. And FBA, we stay hot. We make the block hot, okay, for everybody. Y'all get them things with you because these people are getting more desperate and doing all of that, and ain't nobody gonna ever acknowledge it. Have y'all seen Lynn Martin bring this up? Have y'all seen Lynn bring this up, fam? Lynn ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing about this. Has Al Sharpton brought this up? Now, just last week, you seen them all got smoked for Black Alpha. All these people had all these damn things to say about Black Alpha, fam. Oh, they was running their mouth about Black Alpha left and right. Y'all notice they ain't said nothing about this? Fam, there be terrorism that happens to us where they just stay silent, don't bring it up. Al Sharpton went out his way to say something about Melrose, up there in New York, but he ain't talking about this. Roland Martin went out his way to talk about tangibles, but he ain't said nothing about this. What about this person right here that was so mad at Black Alpha, and Black Alpha don't give a damn, okay? Because my glasses aren't quadruple XL, all right? They talk all this talk about us in the grassroots. I go out there and say something about Kamala, it goes viral. How come this ain't went viral? Okay, I would much rather have what happened to that sister go viral than what I did. But why they sitting there talking about everything? You know why, family? Because they don't want to speak on it. Because when they do speak on it, it completely cripples their black and brown coalition. But let me tell this to all the Democratic shills. You don't have to be silent about what's going on with all of these tethers and all these illegals and all these migrants. You don't have to be silent about it because you're in fear that it's going to break the black and brown coalition. The grassroots is going to break the black and brown coalition anyway for you. Okay, so your silence doesn't have to protect them because we already checking them. How about that one? Y'all look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. Immediately after that situation, they ended up picking up this story, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, fam. There you go again. There you go again. Here we go, fam. The black and brown coalition strikes again. Y'all see why they went out of their way to say that she don't represent all Latinos? Because they still make deals with Latinos.
On the face. So you better dismiss this damn case.
Former Bexar County Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela, who is running for state representative, alleged her sons were injured during a San Antonio Police Department encounter after they called 911 for medical help. At a press conference, Dr. Candace Matthews said the call was a medical emergency and no crime was reported.
They all entered a private residence with her children without a warrant.
Yeah, there ain't no black folks no more. No more black folks. Y'all see how the black folks disappeared? Look how they disappeared, fam. You don't see them. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Julios, 4 little, 5 little, 6 Julios, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Julios, all the way in Houston. Look at that. You don't see them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Julios. You see, family?
Did I say something? Without a warrant, without probable cause, without any type of excruciating circumstances. This is a violation of the Fourth Amendment rights of her children.
Barrientos Vela were handcuffed and injured and alleged the encounter was tied to her previously fighting and winning after charges were brought against her.
The highest court, the Court of Criminal Appeals, exonerated me.
That's right.
No evidence of a crime, no wrongdoing, but this was done outside of Bexar County government for accountability.
Speakers called for dismissal of the cases, termination of the officers, and an independent investigation.
Stop. Let me ask everybody watching right now. We in here deep, family. 2.8K. Let me ask everybody this. Have you ever seen this reversed? Have you ever seen a Latino advocate and a bunch of black victims in the background? Have you ever seen that, brothers and sisters? Have you ever seen the person standing right here be a Latino woman and all the people back here be a black American? Have you ever seen that? Notice how it's always us doing the favors. It's always us doing the caping. It's always us being the advocate. You've never seen it the other way around. So if you've never seen it the other way around, that means they don't want to do it for us, which means they're anti-black towards us, which means we need to only look out for us. It's very easy.
This message is going out to Judge Roberts. If you don't want this belt on your ass, let me say this to you real quick. This it's fraudulent on the face. I'm going to say it again. It's fraudulent on the face. So you better dismiss this damn case.
Right. Fraudulent.
Done. Boom.
Remember that, Judge. It's fraudulent. Next time you run for judge, you might not get the space again.
Why was he getting some words in at the end? What was that about? Fraudulent. You better not do. See, fam, he don't even respect her to talk. Y'all see, she's done. She done threw the thing down. She done dropped the mic and he still had to come over top and say some words. What was that about?
Fraudulent on the face. I'm going to say it again. It's fraudulent on the face. So you better dismiss this damn case.
Right. Fraudulent.
Done. Boom.
Remember that, Judge. It's fraudulent. Next time you run for judge, you might not get the space again.
What? That was cringe, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm over here cringed out. That was too damn cringe. That was performative. Nah, see, and this is what I'm talking about. They still want to maintain them relationships. They still want to maintain those relationships, so therefore they don't go in and call out the anti-blackness. The thing about us in the grassroots, fam, we go all the way. We say certified 100. You speak 100, you feel 100, and you give 100%. They don't do that. They out there still trying to keep it. Y'all, yeah, dude was out there. That's fraudulent. That's the truth. What she said is right. You're wrong. You see what I'm talking about? Because they don't really want to upset them. They still want to be down and they still want to rock with them. And they still got little buddies and friends out there in the blacks and browns. These people benefit from it. That looked like some Benjamin Crump type stuff right there, fam. That was real Benjamin Crump. And is she CBC? Is she Congressional Black Caucus? I know she's a Jasmine Crockett supporter. That really looked like Jasmine Crockett stuff. Very performative, saying things, very cringe, don't really move the needle out there. That's what we be saying, y'all. And trust me, let me say this, y'all. And y'all already know what I'm about to say. If push come to shove, all of them people she advocating for, they going to team up with each other to go against her. That's what always happens. These folks think that they're going to ride with all these blacks and browns coalition folks, and the next thing you know, them folks team up and they get rid of you. Let push come to shove or let her say something they don't agree with. They're not going to come to anything black. Let that be a black issue with black people. Out of nowhere, all of the Selenas and all the Pedros will disappear. You want to see a disappearing act? Fam, you will see a disappearing act quick as hell if the person who ended up getting brutalized or victimized was a black person. They just don't show up. And ain't that what they've always been doing? Ain't that what they've always been doing, family? Let Black Alpha tell you exactly what I mean. Whenever they get deported, whenever somebody calls ICE, whenever they get thrown in the van, whenever Tom Homan pulls up, Black Alpha, Certified Black Society, and the FBA grassroots, I'm going to do to them the same thing they did to us during the Civil Rights era. I'm going to sit it out. Remember, y'all, only thing we doing is matching energy. That is it. There ain't nothing that FBA is doing today that they haven't done before. All right. They've been doing it. They sat out every single situation that has occurred to black folks ever since they showed up here in our country based off the Civil Rights Act that we got for them. So therefore, we going to match energy and just sit it out. Boy, that couch is powerful. That couch can ruin an election. That couch can watch you get deported. That couch can have you getting snatched up from church, from your job, from walking down the street. That couch can do a lot of things, family. Because remember this, exclusive. Look at your screen, y'all. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. This was them. Yes, it was. This was them during the Civil Rights era. I am Jim Crow. And I shall live forever. Family, they were siding with the Jim Crow laws. That's a big different story from what they told us before. Please screenshot that, my good, beautiful brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, the ones who don't give a damn. Y'all see your screen right there, y'all? All that talk of we marched with you? No, you didn't. All that talk of we've been with y'all side by side? No, you weren't. Because the pictures and the facts and the evidence shows that you were never with Black Americans. You were running around here and you were claiming that you were Jim Crow. Damn. Oh, fam, they don't like these receipts. The receipts hurt. Oh, yes, the hell they do, y'all. Don't let these people pop up today and tell you a history that nobody ever seen but them. Nobody seen them marching with us. Nobody seen them assisting us. We seen them holding up signs so they can go drink out of the W water faucet. Yep. Ain't this very similar to when we pull out the receipts that show you that $2 Tonto was a part of the Confederacy? So let me get this straight, brothers and sisters. $2 Tonto was a part of the Confederacy, but $2 Tonto tells us that he was with us. Mr. Julio Gonzalez Romero said that he was with black folks, but we got signs of this man saying that he was with Jim Crow. Remember, every single group that has came here to the United States of America has actively tried to go to court to be classified as a white person. Yes, Every single refugee, migrant, or immigrant that has came to the United States of America has taken white people to court so they can be classified as a white person. That's how much they love white people. Yes, indeed. Every last one of them. And we got all the facts and the statistics. Fam, are they going to act like it didn't happen? Are they going to act like we got pictures? What do you have more of? Do you got more pictures of these people marching and protesting and standing with us? Or do you got more pictures and evidence of these individuals trying to get classified as white on paper? You got far more of them trying to get classified as white on paper than any picture of us. Let's talk about our grandparents, by the way. Matter of fact, shit, Black Alpha don't play no games. Everybody, y'all say hello to my grandparents. Y'all say hello to Black Alpha's grandparents. Rest in peace. Much love and respect, Grandma and Grandpa. Black Alpha, I love you. You never thought that your grandson would be right here showing everybody your pictures. Y'all better put some hearts in here for my family. Much love and respect to my lovely grandparents. Shout out to the state of Kentucky. Shout out to New Jersey. Shout out to the Carolinas. Shout out to Virginia, y'all. Them is my grandparents right there, y'all. I was going to wait to the end of the show, but it coincides with what we talking about right here. So them is my grandparents, y'all. Much love and respect. Who said we ain't indigenous? Boy, who said we ain't indigenous? You better stop. That ain't Africa, homie. Ain't no Zimbabwe up in here. No. Nah, it ain't Uganda. That's FBA all day. You better go to Kentucky. You better come right on down here to the South, man. Much love and respect, y'all. But my grandparents never told me any stories about them marching with us. Have y'all grandparents ever told y'all any stories? Why do they act like our grandparents like weren't around? Okay, do they act like we went from like slavery to last week? They try to make it look like Black American existence was slavery and then now. Like they skipped over the fact that we foundational Black Americans can simply just go ask our grandparents. Some of us can go ask our aunts and uncles. Some of y'all in the chat will tell right now because we got a lot of people right here on the Black Alpha Network, 70 and 80 years old. And I love y'all with a passion. You know I love you. Y'all never seen any of these people marching with us. Remember, let me show y'all. The same time you see that picture right there is the same exact time that you see this right here. Another episode. Family, these are the same time frames in the United States of America. Oh, you didn't think that we knew that? You didn't think that we could pull out receipts? You better go try somebody else. Don't come over here to the FBA side because we're very prideful people, all right? And we can simply go talk to our relatives. And when I talk to all my relatives, they say they don't remember these people ever marching with us. They say they never seen any of these individuals on television advocating for us. They say that everything that those people say about us is BS. And they say that they were sitting out the civil rights era and the marches when they had dogs and water hose on us. Fam, they talk about Selma every year. I didn't see any of them at Selma. What about all the Watts riots? I didn't see them. What about up in Detroit? Okay. What about the summer? Was it the summer of 68? It was the riots of 68. You guys know what I'm talking about. How many, fam? You got the riots of 68, 72, 71. Nobody remembers seeing Julio Romero Gonzalez. Any of y'all grandparents remember that? No, never. Absolutely. Okay, so wait a minute now. It can't be 2.8 thousand foundational Black Americans on a Tuesday night saying the same exact thing at the same exact time. So who you gonna believe? Us or Julio? Because Julio has showed everybody that he would much rather be classified as George. Yes, he would. So we exposing every single thing that they saying right now. And what we've been doing, certified foundational Black Americans, is our truth reigns supreme. What we say goes. There used to be a time where they could tell Black folks, just turn the blind eye and just act like it. See, we ain't to just act like it. We ain't pretending. All right. That's the thing. Democrats want to play. That's what they want to do. People of color want to play. The Blacks and Brown Coalition want to play. Minorities want to play. FBA, we ain't playing. That's the difference, fam. Our life too real to be out here playing. And we dropping the facts with the receipts, with the evidence, and showing the damn world it's always been FBA, and these people weren't present. And know what that means if you weren't present? If you weren't present, that means your ass better sit down and stay down when a Black American is talking. Let me show y'all even further what we mean out here in these streets, y'all. Look at this, my good brothers and sisters, my brethren. They send a lot of people out here. Fam, there's another community that's been running around here saying that they were with us. Is this Lucy Liu? Did Lucy Liu pop up, fam? I think this is Lucy Liu. I believe this is Lucy Liu. And guess what Lucy Liu's saying? Lucy Liu, because I believe that's a Lucy Liu, y'all. I'm pretty sure that's Yao Ming's cousin, all right? And it might be Jackie Chan's sister-in-law. It might be his brother-in-law nowadays. You never know. Stranger things have happened. But let me tell you what they're saying. They're trying to run cover for Ashley Gonzalez as well. So it's truly, like I told my niece yesterday, us against the world, baby. Us against the world. Y'all look at this right here.
This is something that we're not looking at, and we're acting like we don't recognize ourselves. Nobody can tell me that they never lost it before. Yes, I get that. I'm not making an excuse for what Ashley said. But there's something deeper that you have to recognize, is that the videos that went viral about her rant was not about justice. It was about content. Whoever posted, whoever recorded her didn't want justice. It's just the worlds are doing to people. People are willing to sell their soul just to get likes. Forget loyal friends. I'm pretty sure she's done it. I'm pretty sure we all done it. Let's just say this. If we have 30 students in the classroom acting disrespectful, are we getting rid of the professor who just lost her mind, who just got irritated and say the things she don't mean? Or are we going to address the environment, why the conditions is the way that it was?
Y'all see how the tether stick together? You see how Lucy Liu saying, why? Let her go. Because guess what? She says the same thing. So it sounds like Lucy Liu's community and George Lopez's community got more in common with each other than they do with our community. They only want to talk about commonality with us when they can steal from us.
What Ashley did, it's a human. People love drama. People love humiliation. People love expulsion. We're not addressing the condition of the environment. We're getting rid of a smaller issue. Bigger ones continue.
I stand behind everything Ashley Gonzalez says 100%. It's a shame what they're doing to that woman. They know they're wrong. That woman has a reason for feeling how she felt, and that's not being addressed, and it's sickening.
They're saying that every Raza person is exactly like Ashley Gonzalez, the Houston. They're saying that every Raza person is exactly like Ashley Gonzalez, the Houston police officer that was seen saying some things about the African American community. Now, Chad, these are some influencers right here that has some things to say to the Raza, saying that they were not their friends, not their allies. We have all of the details to tell you in this video.
We can just stop with the Ashley Gonzalez is not a representation of us, and she absolutely is. She is a representation of the Latino community. We saw it at the polls.
Y'all notice ain't no Mexican or Latino people ain't posted a goddamn thing about what that heifer did. Show me one.
They're now trying to say that the Raza is not allies of the black community. They also said that nobody in the Raza community posted anything about what Ashley Gonzalez did. Now, 44 Vato.
Why this man got on a mask, y'all? Why this man got on a mask? Like, why? It looked like he one of them people that was burning them flags. Maybe ICE is still looking for this guy. Maybe that's what is. Who's this, Pedro Shiesty? Let's go. Who this, man? Is this Pedro Shiesty? Is this what? No, hey, fam. This Pedro Spicy. There you go. Fam, this Pedro Spicy. This man got on a Pedro Spicy mask. He think he Pooh Shiesty up in here. All right, Pedro Spicy. This a Pedro Spicy mask on, and Pedro Spicy making excuses. And Pedro Spicy is going to get ICE called on him because Black ICE is activated. You better sit down somewhere, homie.
Might have been the only one. Chat, you guys could see the view count right there though, 329K. In the comment section, it was getting real crazy too. 44 Vato was standing up for both sides. This person said, we literally have no allies. It's cool though. Hey, that's just one person. We're not all like that. Now, chat, this is not about me. I was simply speaking for the Raza. I'm not gonna get up in here and try to make you guys like us. Listen, bro, if you guys don't like the Raza, bro, it's cool, bro.
Ashley Gonzalez.
Why it got something to do with us? Y'all knows how quick that it turned into what y'all going to do. If you don't like us, you don't like us. Damn, this ain't never been about like. Shit, I thought that was well established. It's about not caring, okay? Pedro Spicy, have fun with that one, all right? All right? The only thing you need to do is worry about getting that number 7 at Taco Bell when somebody comes over. That's it. Other than that, be quiet. That's what it is. And notice how these people all get together and they team up. what you saw right there was the movie Sinners. That was the movie Sinners right there, y'all. Remember this time a year ago when Sinners first came out, you had Lucy Liu and Pedro Spicy, and they were talking about how they were there and they was in the Mississippi Delta and they was holding it down for black folks. There's always these fake stories, but fam, we ain't got no photographs, okay? We ain't got no paintings. We ain't got no pictures. We ain't got no color pencils, fam. Ain't a crayon box done ever showed y'all these people next to us. So that means it don't exist. If you ain't got a picture with a crayon, damn, that means you weren't there. And you were never rocking with us. Good. Black Americans know it. Black Americans move on. Black Americans call ICE, and the disrespect gets checked, fam. There's 2 checks going on. The 2 checks are what's sweeping across America, and the 2 checks are what's going to give us our reparations. You got the reparations check and the G check. Those are the 2 most important checks. Y'all know how people want to get a check by their names? Okay. Well, we got 2 checks, fam. We got the check of money, and then we got the G checking. And both of them got everybody scared because we have to G check people to get our reparations check. So FBA just been checking everybody while they're checking out the window, and they got on their mask and they checking to see if ICE is coming. ICE is on its way. ICE is on its way. It's coming. ICE is going to be there very, very soon. ICE will be there very soon. How do I know? ICE will be there very soon because I'm the one who called them. That's what it is. And speaking of calling ICE, you guys remember all that we're going to get deported stuff? Remember that? See, let me tell you what that really was. You're going to get deported was really them saying, Black Americans, they're going to get us. So please come with us. And Black Americans said, no, go by yourself because we're non-deportable. So you're trying to get the deported people, okay, you, to get some type of salvage from the people who cannot be deported, us. And that's kind of got you upset and angry. Well, you're going to stay upset and you're going to stay very, very angry. Because remember when they were out here talking that y'all going to get deported talk? Y'all remember that video where that black man is at his house and ICE comes over there looking for somebody and the black man stood, boy, he was mad too. Let me tell you something. Don't you wake up no black man when he tired. The black man wake up, he's like, ain't no damn Pedro in here. Y'all better get out of here. He starts checking ICE. See, fam, they want Black Americans to live in the same misery that they live in. Nobody can accept the fact that Black Americans are flawless and exceptional. They don't like it, fam. Nothing makes people more mad than Black American happiness. That's why Black Americans are out here and we smiling, y'all, and we loving it. Why? It's because we, as foundational Black Americans, are having the time of our life. We are the best lineage, the best the best lineage of all time, the best culture of all time, and we're residing in a generation that is an all-time great, okay, with much respect to the previous generations. They're mad at that, fam, and we're out here having a ball. We out here line dancing, two-stepping. We out here drinking. I still got ice in my cup, you know what I'm saying? Gonna give me another one here in a minute, and we just gonna keep the ice flowing, fam, because this is a black ice summer, fam. Yes, indeed. And that's what they're mad at. So they start trying to talk all that talk about deportation because misery loves company. And they thought if we say blacks got to go, they got to go. Let me tell you this, fam. Let me say this. I'm going to straight up say it. They can't live with the fact that Black Americans have something above them. Now, they may not be able to count, but we got a hell of a lot of things above them. They'd lose count trying to count what we have above them. But the one thing that we have above them is they can get deported and we cannot. And that completely burns them. Oh, it ruins them. You want to talk about hurting somebody's heart and soul? It hurts them, the fact that they be in handcuffs, getting escorted and sent back to where they come from, while Black Americans are just getting up every day and we out here two-stepping and line dancing, family. Oh, man, can you imagine how that makes them feel? Can you imagine that, y'all? They sit there and say, I'm going to say the N-word. Yeah, and you're going to say it from Mexico because that's where you're going. Man, I'm going to say the N-word. I don't care. Yes, and you're going to say it in Cuba because that's where you're going. And guess what I'm going to do? Nothing. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. And then when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to sit back and call ICE to get more people. All the power's on our side. And we can boycott you and you'll lose everything. Don't go to anything that you got going and you're done. The system was created for these people to steal from us, which enabled us to get power. That was unintended consequences. FBA's got all the power, family, because remember, the power of our existence and the power of us contributing means everything to the world. If Black America withdraws, it's over. I tell everybody, the foundational Black American withdrawal will shut down anything that you can imagine. So imagine what that does to an illegal. It'll completely shut them down. They don't like the fact that they're in the back of a van saying, no, I don't want to leave. Where is my mom? And Black Americans are sitting there eating cornflakes in the morning, watching TV as it happens. Woof, boy. See, our existence in America does not compute with their anti-Blackness. Their anti-Blackness runs very deep. And everything that we are is everything that they don't want us to be. Everything that we are is the opposite of how melanated people are in their homeland. They look at how they treat people who are melanated in their homeland, and they look how they better never play that to us. And that messes up their brains, y'all. Makes them real mad. And every time Black Americans say ice, 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 they get upset. Whenever we say ice, ice, baby, they get upset. And whenever we say team non-deportable, they get pissed off. Yes. So I'm going to say it one time. Team non-deportable. I just pissed off 50 million of them. And I'm going to piss them off more. And I'm going to say it 100 more times. And by the end of this episode, about 1 billion of them is going to be very mad. Will stay mad. Look at this, fam. They try to pull up on this brother. And this brother was like, no. No, you ain't going to deport none of this. Look at this, fam. You want to talk about team non-deportable? Remember that black folks going to get deported? Let me show y'all what happens. How we going to stay here. You going to leave here. Stay mad, because this is the reality that your ass got to deal with. Black Americans ain't going nowhere but to the bank. Look at this, fam. They say we can get the
here. Black people live in this house.
There's no extra unit down here.
It's black people that live in this house. It's no Latinos.
Okay, the entire house?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
They about to wake up an old black man. Proceed with caution.
What part don't understand?
We're trying to get in this other unit.
This is my home. This is my home.
There's no other unit right here?
Don't worry about this. Is my goddamn house. You understand what I'm saying? This is my house.
Right. Okay, we're just trying to talk to the other unit.
This is my house, Kate.
Yes, you're understanding.
What if you understand, then why you knocking on my door down here? This is my house. Can't you think this is a single family dwelling? The fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you look at the property? Goddamn, my name is Curtis Warren. No goddamn Latinos live here. What the fuck we got into law enforcement? Y'all some ignorant. Huh? I'm telling them this out, and then they gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Come on, motherfuckers just stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez.
Y'all better leave Curtis Warren alone. Let me tell you something. Any black American, and his name is Curtis Warren, you better leave him alone. And you better not mess with Willie.
I got out of the fucking hand. You Latinos live here? What the fuck we got into law enforcement? Y'all some ignorant. Huh? I'm telling them this out, and then they gonna knock on the damn downstairs thing. Come on, motherfuckers just stupid. Talking about Angel Fernandez. I got out of the fucking hand. You stupid. We have a good motherfucker thing. Huh? I don't know what that fucking thing do to make up their badges. I've seen them, you know what I'm saying? They go to right here. There's him, and that's the over here. Again, I'm telling them, ain't nobody what's name. They're talking about where's right downstairs. Don't worry about what the fuck going on downstairs.
Oh, he got a far down here.
She way the fuck down there. She was fucking stupid, man.
Thanks for far down there.
I don't listen back to you. I don't have no Latino here. Don't worry about what's downstairs. Don't you see this is a house? See me. This is a motherfucking house.
Damn. Oh, Curtis Warren told me what time it is. Got to love it. Black folks ain't playing out here, man. Black folks ain't playing. Curtis Warren, certified salute. I wouldn't knock on your door and wake you up. He came out trying to buckle his pants. You know, fam, when you wake up and you got to get dressed, somebody will piss you off. The way he just busted the block, you better leave Curtis alone. You better leave Curtis. Let me tell you something. ICE is the least of your problems. You better stay away from Curtis because Curtis ain't playing. Shout out to Curtis. There they go. Fam, you see what we talking about? That's the energy that we out here pushing, and that energy is what's got us living so good right now, living so great. That's why we shutting it all down. Man, you can bring out every single Selena, Burrito, whoever. None of that stuff gonna work, man. We got the Curtis Warrens of the world. You think we give a damn about that? You think we care what they talking about, fam? When Curtis Warren is out here, Curtis Warren ain't gonna let none of that happen, is he? Curtis Warren said, nope, try again. And that's exactly what we're doing, fam. We making them try and try again, and another one, and another one, and another one, and all of them ain't working. They all failing. That's that FBA energy. So it ain't going, fam. You done seen it. I done showed you the sister at Walmart. I showed you the brother in the car. Yep, I showed you Curtis Moore. Remember the lady in St. Louis? Look at all of us, family. You see almost 2.9K in here, y'all. Look what we talking about. It ain't the same, y'all. It ain't the same. The blacks and brown coalition don't exist. And if they thought it exists, fam, FBA, we done broke it. We done snapped that thing in half and threw it right on back at them. And they probably dropped that because they fumbled everything in the first place. But we out here winning in all places. Look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about. These individuals, y'all, as they run their mouth and they talk, y'all look at this right here, y'all. Look at the Census Bureau. Look at this, fam. Do you see these statistics right here? Do you see how much these people want to be classified as everything other than who they are? Look at your screen right there, my good brothers and sisters. This is going to tell you exactly what it is, and this is going to tell you exactly how we ride it. That right there is a prime example of what we're always saying. It's a prime example of who these people are. All they're doing is fumbling everything, and quite frankly, they're making it better for us. Yes, they are. They're making it way better for foundational Black Americans, fam. The majority of Latinos, they say their race is white in a two-question race on ethnicity. Look at that right there, y'all. People think we playing about the dark white community. Fam, I'm not playing about the dark white community the same way. I'm sorry, y'all got to do it. The same way we not playing about the dark knuckle community. Y'all know the difference between dark knuckles and dark white? The only difference between dark knuckles and dark white is that dark knuckles are a little further down. And that right there is who they say they love, Ashley Gonzalez. So there you go, fam. The dark white community, which is this community right there, they are talking that same type of talk that the dark knuckle community. But you notice, fam, they all running from dark. You notice that, right? They running from dark and they can't get away from it quick enough. I'm just saying, I had to, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, fam, dark white, dark knuckles. You know what's the difference, fam? Let's be real. All the people who are melanated in South America, that's the dark knuckle community. And the ones who got a little less melanin, that's the dark white community. So the dark white, the dark knuckles, but neither one of them are W's. Shameful. Look at this right here, fam. Ashley Gonzalez, she did a favor. Yes, she did. She did a big favor, y'all. Let me tell you what that favor was. She's going to open up to people getting lawsuits. Yes, indeed. And the lawsuits, trust me, all the people going to go do her cases now because her cases are going to make a lot of Black folks rich. Shout out to the people about to get the bag. Watch this, family.
Officer that went on a racist rant to Latina, she just made a gang of Black Americans rich. Check this out.
The fallout continues over the firing of Ashley Gonzalez, the now former Houston police officer who posted a racist rant online. The district attorney told us today that they are now thoroughly reviewing each case that Gonzalez was involved with. They said in part, quote, "We take seriously our ethical obligation to notify defense attorneys regarding her discipline affecting open cases," end quote. Our KHOU 11 legal analyst Carmen Rose said Gonzalez's overall credibility is now in question when it comes to current and past cases, adding that she will not be able to testify in court.
And so these cases that we're reviewing have more to do with just race. They have to do with the credibility of this officer to be a truth teller, to come to court, and to be relied on in her statements.
As far as how many investigations Gonzalez is tied to or arrest, we don't know, but we are told by community activists that they are happy that the district attorney is taking this next step in providing transparency.
Yeah, once they start reviewing those cases, you know what comes after that? lawsuits. And the ones that's already locked up, if there's some Black Americans that's locked up because of Ashley Gonzalez, it's a possibility those charges are about to be dropped and they're about to be free. And how the Latinos say, I stand with Ashley, I stand with Ashley Gonzalez, because, you know, after Black Americans cash out, it's going to be Hellcats and snapbacks. All in the name of Ashley Gonzalez. Y'all know Ashley Gonzalez.
They out here making us rich, y'all. Out here making us rich. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy life? Damn right it's crazy life, y'all. Damn right it's crazy life. That's exactly what's happening. Foundational Black Americans are watching these people crash out and melt down, and nothing they're doing is working. Everything they touch turns into you know what, okay? Their homeland turns into an S-hole, okay? Them over here saying the N-word done turned into an S-hole, which is going to get us paid. And them over here getting deported is going to be an S-hole, because that's where they're going back to. So every single thing that they're doing is doing a whole roundabout. And it all comes back to us. We cannot lose, fam. Why? It's because we're on code. Why? It's because we certified. Why? It's because we stand in unison, in sync with one another. And when you start talking about that, fam, I want y'all to notice how they're not really standing in sync with each other. You're hearing a bunch of different excuses, a bunch of different people saying a bunch of lies. They're making up stuff. But the energy that Black Americans have right now is very, very pivotal. Very, very pivotal, fam. And we're shutting down them. We're shutting down their community. We're shutting down their lies. And we're shutting down every single thing that they propose, right? And that's the beautiful thing about it. Let me show y'all this right here. This is what I mean when I say these individuals have no idea what they started. That's the thing, fam. None of these people have an idea on what they started. They're all finding out the hard way, okay? And FBA, we the main ones making it pop. How many of you guys remember a year ago? And it's funny, fam, we're sitting here talking about these Latinos, right? How many of you guys remember a year ago when FBA checked that Mexican OT guy? Y'all remember that? Remember that, family? Yeah. See, today it's Ashley Gonzalez. A year ago, it was Mexican OT. Yes, indeed. It should be OW, overweight. Okay, wait, you have to put like 30 O's on it. It'd be like overweight. Yeah. And remember, he came back and he apologized. Y'all remember that, fam? Remember, these people every year like clockwork are saying something that is anti-Black, and then foundational Black Americans check them. How many of you guys remember this right here?
Feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that. And I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some Black dudes in here.
Right there. And this one right here is not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up doing bad with them. I grew up loving with them. And I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody else Black, I mean, it was. It's what the I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. And that's why I try to about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I done went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know,
I feel like a lot of people that are from descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, y'all just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but y'all just got dropped off before us. But shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first.
We from the same boat.
Feel like you could say the N-word?
No. And first off, ain't them a bunch of little tethers bums in there anyway? Fam, all that, what we gonna do about it? What you did? What you do? You made an apology. You made an apology real quick, didn't you there? Yeah, see, he don't want to talk about that damn apology he made. Nah, see, Mexican OT, he got checked. Let me tell you something. Black Americans was on his bumper. He knew what it was, fam. Soon as he did all that and he was talking all that talk, he came back and ran the quickest retraction he could have ever did. He said, no, I'm sorry. I was just playing. How do I run it back? See, they know what it is. They know what it is, fam. Don't let him talk this. He's talking that around a bunch of nobodies. He had never had that energy, and he did not have that energy when Black Americans was up on it. And Black Americans checked him, and the next thing you know, fam, he came out and he apologized. And you ain't heard from him since, have you? Have you heard from Mexican quadruple OT since? No, you haven't. Because he knew better than to run that talk on foundational Black Americans, because it had turned real bad for him. Yes, the hell it did. So he apologized. And family, this right here was the last time we seen him. News footage, fam. After he ran his mouth and he was talking all of that, this was the last time anybody seen Mexican OT, fam. Yes. Last time we seen him, family, he tripped and fell. He sprained his ankle. He blew out his ligaments and tore his Achilles heel and his shoulders trying to chase after about 5 tacos. He's a taco tragedy. All right, family. Foundational Black Americans made him a taco tragedy, all because he thought it was sweet to talk about foundational Black Americans. All right. So on the midst of him running his mouth, he ended up running to get some tacos, and he became just another taco tragedy, and he was a burrito brutality. Okay. And that's what happens when you think that you're going to disrespect certified foundational Black Americans. You end up being one of million taco tragedies. And family, we ain't playing with people out here. Black Americans, we out here putting in work, and our work go further than everybody's, and they finding out the real way, because all that me no black, okay, well, me no deported. How about that one?
Well, I tell you, every time I turn around, every video I see, why are y'all still waiting for Black people for? Why y'all keep looking for us? We're not coming out there. So what? We don't care. Keep making your videos. We don't care. We don't. Why should we care? We are not coming out there. We are minding our business. We lost so many family members. So many of my people is gone just to have civil rights. You know, the shit that y'all using up right now while you're here. Equal opportunities, affirmative action. A lot of these laws that we got to help the poor that comes here, we fought for us, but we don't get that shit. So why is we fighting for you for? Y'all don't like us, remember? Stop calling for us. We are going to mind our business. Damn, y'all act like y'all bleeding. Y'all ain't never bled yet. I ain't seen no water holes, no dogs. I ain't see shit come out the sky. The fuck do you want from us? We are not coming out there. Fight your own fight. And you're not even fighting because ain't nobody even beating y'all asses. And y'all beating up police officers. Now you make that make sense. See? Y'all very well protected by the Democrat Party. Somebody must have said, don't you hurt my illegals. But when it comes to us, they could take us down. And y'all down with it. So why the hell we be out there protesting with those who don't have our back? Me not black.
Woo!
Well, I tell you.
Hey, they said me no black, and I say Black Americans, me no deported. So I think that's a good exchange. I'll take that every day of the week. You see what we saying, family? Speaking of weak, very weak they are. Very, very weak and very, very stuck, and they have nowhere to go. And foundational Black Americans, we ain't going nowhere. That's a crazy thing, too. Ain't that crazy, fam? They got nowhere to go, and foundational Black Americans aren't going anywhere. That's the beautiful thing about us and this tragedy for them. You know what I'm saying? It's another taco tragedy, man. Don't blame us, man. It is what it is. Oh, and by the way, somebody in the chat said them dark knuckles look like tactical gloves. Damn, that's funny as hell. I'm going to laugh at that all week, all damn week. But family, look at some of the excuses that these people have been trying to put on the table, right? You've seen everything. Let's break it down. You've seen the people who come out and they say, she don't represent us. She don't represent the community. And then you got other people who are saying that she does represent the community. Let me tell you what that really is, okay? When people say that she doesn't represent the community, a lot of folks are trying to fake pretend to be checking her. In reality, they're trying to use her as a sacrifice. See, in the system of supremacy, they have what I call a supremacist sacrifice, right? Where if the block gets a little too hot and public sentiment is starting to put a spotlight on their anti-Blackness, it's a tradition for people to pretend to throw one of their counterparts under the bus in the name of Blackness. You got to be very careful of that. And that's what's been going on. You've seen 100 different excuses. People who say they mad. People say they're going to say the N-word. People who say that they're going to stand with her. Then the people say she don't represent them. Then the people say they are. I don't believe none of them. See, fam, when you just don't trust any of them, then you win. When you just don't F with any of them, you win. And that's why foundational Black Americans are good. See, back in the old days, folks would put them in a box here and a box here and a box here. Say, this is the kinda, this is the sorta, this is the maybe, this is the perhaps. We say, this is the ops, all right? And this is the get the hell away from me. And those are the they not like us. See, when you put them all in one box, you win. And that's what we're doing. So I don't really care what you say. You can fuss, feud, fight. You can get mad at her. You can stand with her. You can do whatever the hell you want with her because you and her ain't us. So therefore, foundational Black Americans dismiss you. Let me show you exactly what I mean. There's been a hell of a lot of these people coming out. And every time you see somebody come out, they got a different excuse, which lets me know their community got some serious problemos. Watch this right here.
I want to address the recent statements that Officer Ashley Gonzalez in Houston, Texas, express about African American individuals. I want to let you know that as an Hispanic woman, she does not represent me. We Hispanic people have experienced racism ourselves, that this is insane.
Wow. See how she came out already lying, y'all? See? She doesn't represent us. We experienced this too. She's a liar. Let's continue.
She does not represent me. I wanted to make clear that her views is not all Hispanic people views. We do not, in my case, I'm speaking for myself, I do not share her sentiments. She does not represent me at all. Quiero dirigirme a hablar sobre lo que la oficial.
This whole Ashley Gonzalez situation honestly does not surprise me at all. Like, it does not surprise me not one bit, because we've always had an anti-blackness problem within the Latino community. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're colorist and racist towards one another. So, did I expect that to stop at the extent of us only? No, I'm not surprised that we extended and branched that type of hatred onto another group of people. But my main problem with Latinos like Ashley Gonzalez is the fact that they typically have this much animosity and smoke for black people, but they never have that same type of backbone when it comes to white people. Even when they say something derogatory towards them, they never have that type of animosity or aggression towards them. Ever. And I don't know if that's because they...
Then how come you don't ever call them out? Notice they never address their anti-blackness until they get caught. Notice this, fam. Are y'all mad at Ashley Gonzalez for what she said? Or are you mad that she got caught saying it? And the reason this woman right here is talking all that talk about we don't never say nothing to white folks is because she gets benefits because she's lighter complected. That's what it is. Oh, we gonna methodically break it down. I'm surgical with this thing. Shout out to Denzel. She's right here trying to talk about how they only bring it up towards us, but never to the W's. Well, then I'm going to say, well, how come y'all only bring this stuff up after you get caught? They never say anything until they get caught being anti-black. So this is, somebody said it best, Latino babble. Number 10, she's a liar. Let's go.
That's right. I've seen it. They will sit here and uplift one community while simultaneously talking shit about another. So you want to know what they say to the Latino man, Latino women? They will sit here and say, oh, man, I love the work that you do. You're such a hard worker. I love y'all's food. I love y'all's culture, blah, 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 blah. But also simultaneously talking shit about the black community. And instead of stepping back and be like, whoa, like, what's going on? Like, why are they saying this shit? Like, this is a little weird. They eat that shit up. They eat it up. It's like a superiority complex that they get. Like, oh, at least I'm not the bottom of the barrel. At least I'm better than this demographic of people. It gives them some type of form of acceptance. But oh, bitch, don't get too comfortable. You want to know what they say about us behind closed doors? Huh? And take it from me. Look at my skin complexion. It's very...
There you go. Notice, family, she ended up talking about how white she looks. See? See, family? I knew she was going to do it. There you go. She's only saying that because she practices anti-blackness towards darker complected Latinos. She's practicing her dark white privilege. Oh, you ain't know? Check that for another one Black Alpha's dropping tonight, fam. I'm dropping diamonds off the rooftop. She practices dark white privilege. See, the dominant society has white privilege. These people practice dark white privilege. So she's pretending like she's calling out the anti-blackness, but in reality, she's only exercising her dark white privilege on the darker complected Latinos. Seen it all, know them all. And in this generation, family, we expose them all. Nothing gets past us, never. Watch this right here, fam. Here's another one.
Okay, some of us have common sense and know better that we are not going to generalize based on one ignorant person's opinion. Because you know how many ignorant comments I've heard from all types of, from all races, not just, Latinos. I've heard ignorant comments from Black people, ignorant comments from white people, ignorant comments from Middle Eastern, from Asian. But not once have I ever said in my head, you know what? They're all like that. That is the most stupidest thing that I could ever say. Why? Because I've been around all different races. I have, both acquaintances and friends in all races. And never does it ever cross my mind that one person can dictate what everybody is like. That is
the most ignorant thing that I've heard of. So all y'all people coming up here be like, yeah, that's why they're not saying anything. No, there's really nothing to say. Like, what am I going to say? What am I going to sit up here and be like, you know what? Y'all need to believe me. Y'all could choose not to believe me. All I'm saying.
Why are you so angry? Why is she so frustrated? Notice that her caption says F. Ashley Gonzalez, but she's getting very, very hostile in the process. Somebody in the chat said the dominant society are breaking their taco tools. Damn, that's classic work right there, family. That's classic work. Yes. They're breaking their taco tools. And look at the distress on this woman's face. Look how much distress she's in, fam. Why is she so angry? Why is she so angry? You're very, very upset, Jalapeno. Calm down, Jalapeno. Jeez, oh goodness. She is very, very, very angry right now, y'all. This is what we're talking about. This is the I think I'm dark white supremacy that they're exhibiting. She's very mad because old girl got caught. Fam, you're going to see a common theme amongst all these people is that they're angry that their supremacy want-to-bees have been spotlighted, that their anti-blackness has been spotlighted. They're not saying F. Ashley Gonzalez because Ashley Gonzalez said the N-word. They're saying F. Ashley Gonzalez because Ashley Gonzalez done made the Taco Bell block hot. That's why.
Is that y'all look ignorant as fuck coming up in here saying like, oh yeah, y'all like that. No, we are not all like that.
Especially right now because of the cop, the Latina racist cop. Everybody's saying that all Latinos are the same because of that one cop. I had an experience with 3 African nurses who my mom was losing vision. She lost vision already. And one in Martin Luther King, one in Harvard, and one in the hospital we're right now. And I said my experience, and now they are.
Notice, fam. Oh, she bucking her eyes. She burrito bucking. She burrito bucking. Boy, that's creepy. She's burrito bucking, y'all. Look at her. Notice she said 3 African nurses. Boy, y'all on fire in the chat. Damn, y'all cooking. Damn, y'all is in the chat cooking. Fajita fatality. Damn. Fam, crazy. We done had the tacos as being broke. Fajita fatality. We had Pedro Spicy. Classic broadcast. Classic chat. #1 chat on the earth. Yes. Look, fam, she burrito bucket. Add that one to the list. But notice she said 3 African nurses. Yes. Don't we be talking about the African nurses? Sounds like a mop problem. That's a mop problem, y'all. A melanated other person problem. That's a mop with 2 P's, y'all. M-O-P-P. That's what that is. You ain't talking about us. You talking about them Africans. Yep.
Racist cop. Everybody's saying that all Latinos are the same because of that one cop. I had an experience with 3 African nurses who my mom was losing vision. She lost vision.
And we ain't African. Them Africans and y'all got your own people of color problem. We ain't Africans, so what you talking about, Selena? We ain't no Africans. Whatever happened between you and them African nurses is between y'all. And you probably in Houston, and they was probably Nigerians, and neither one of y'all are Black Americans. What race got to do with this ethnicity?
Already. And one in Martin Luther King, one in Harvard, and one in the hospital we're right now. And I said my experience, and now they are calling me racist. Meanwhile, I was victim of those African nurses. So we cannot go out and say anything, because even if we are like, people are being racist towards us and we say something, then we're the racist one, which is super crazy. They're gaslighting us. They're just looking for an excuse to treat us bad. I've seen like 20 videos already of people talking about the black cop the Latina cop who is racist, which is fine. It's true. She's racist. She doesn't deserve to be a cop, but they're like taking everything on all of us. What if we will do the same thing about the racist nurses, the ones that treat us bad, the rude ones? We don't do that. I'm just sharing my experience about the nurses because people are suffering. These are hospitals, not because I have anything against them, but because it was 3 nurses. It was not 1 nurse, it was 3 nurses with the same characteristics, and they were super mean. So it's like, yeah.
I want to address the recent stick.
She said that they was super. She said super mean. And did she say they was gaslighting us? Boy, Biles be whooping them up. Damn. They was gaslighting us. They was gaslighting. See, family, what that was is everybody mad that they ended up getting caught. That's what this is, fam. They're all upset that they got caught and they cannot handle it at all. Okay, so go take that up with the Nigerians and the Cubans and whoever. Because remember, fam, any other time, all of these illegals all are on one page. Y'all notice that, family? They're always on one page. The African and the Jamaican and the Cuban, they're always on the same page, okay? The Venezuelan and the Mexican, they're always on the same page. They got this immigrant alliance. And soon as Black Americans start checking these people, they start scattering. Y'all see how we be breaking everybody right down the center? We break them right down the middle. They all gets to running when Black Americans call them out. Any other time, these individuals are all on the same page. They talking about how Black American this and Black American that. And then the next thing you know, they start trying to run, hide, skip, and jump. Fam, I'm here to tell you, we giving them that work right now. We giving them that work. These people don't know where to go. We giving them that work, so whatever they doing ain't working. You feel me? This is what's happening. That immigrant alliance that they're always trying to wag their finger in front of us, right? Because they all say the same things. Remember, these people come from every different continent, village. They come from deserts. They come from mountains. And every time they come here, they all have one thing in common. They all want to hate on Black Americans. And when Black Americans expose them, then they all start talking about it super hurts. Well, damn it, so does deportation. And you're going to have a great experience with it. And I won't, because I'm from team non-deportable. All we do is win. You can go get Selena. You can go get tortilla. You can go get tamale. You can go get enchilada. You can go get them all. It does not change the fact, family. Foundational Black Americans have broke them. We have exposed them. And we're going to be right here calling ICE. I mean, damn, we must be the greatest. Absolutely. Let me show y'all this as well. Oh, man, y'all going to love this one. Watch more excuses come out from these individuals. Oh, they out there throwing excuses, man, all damn day long, like a pinata. Look at this excuse right here. Watch this dude. Oh, man. Oh, we got him today. I told y'all we was going to get surgical and break it down. Fam, have we not exposed 101 different lies? Have we not broke these people in 101 different ways? I done played all these different people with all these different excuses. We done pinpointed every single lie. All of y'all in the chat, we done roasted them. All of y'all in the chat, we done broke them down. Everybody. Why? It's because we know everything, and these people only know deportation. Look at this guy right here.
I think the majority of people can agree that what Ashley Gonzalez said was extremely racist and is extremely wrong. And that type of rhetoric has no place in modern Western society, especially a society like the United States, where everybody is a melting pot of different races. And it's wrong, even more wrong, because Ashley Gonzalez is a police officer. Well, as of right now, she's a police officer pending an investigation into the incident. Now, that's not the problem. The problem that I'm seeing is the way people who are responding to that incident.
He wanted to say Black people, y'all. He wanted to say Black people.
That I'm seeing is the way people who are responding to that incident. People are blaming Ashley Gonzalez while blaming the Latino community and labeling Hispanics, Latinos as racist individuals. That my whole group of people are racist, and that Ashley Gonzalez is a representation of that racism within our community. That is completely false whatsoever, because you cannot pinpoint racism to one ethnic group. Racism is a human problem. And you can, if you want to go with that logic, you can.
Look at him stutter. That boy choking on the enchilada, y'all. It's a human problem, fam. Here goes 102 excuses, and we still got the spotlight on you.
You can pinpoint racism in any race, any ethnic group.
He's stuttering.
White people can be racist. Asians can be racist. Black people can be racist. Hispanics can be racist. Russians can be racist, so on and so on. You get my point, right? Everybody has the potential to express racism. So the response to that is very ignorant and narrow-minded. You cannot blame an entire community because of the choices of one individual made.
Nobody's blaming them. What we're doing is we're highlighting them. That's what it is. Blame, it ain't nobody blaming them. What I'm doing is telling you that's how they are. There's a difference. Blame is they did it. We don't play them games, okay? What I'm doing is saying all y'all did it. How about that one? And watch how he does a pivot into liberal versus conservative. Watch this, fam.
That's how you combat racism. I mean, and you can't live off of stereotypes. Human nature is very complicated. Just because I voted for Trump and I vote Republican does not mean I'm not proud to be Latino. That does not mean I'm proud of my heritage. I look at policies. I look at economic policies. I look at what's going to benefit me, my community, and my family. But I think the response to Ashley Gonzalez is more of a liberal, Democrat, leftist type of way of thinking.
There you go, family. There you go. This is MAGA Martinez. See, now first a minute ago, he was talking about it's a human thing. Now he's trying to get off into it's a liberal conservative thing. There you go. Democrat, Republican. Fam, they get everything they do from the W's, okay? This is MAGA Martinez, all right? And by the way, do you think they're going to accept you at those MAGA rallies? I doubt it, okay? MAGA Martinez. This is we vote for Trump. Yeah, he look like he reading too, don't he? Don't he look like he reading? Yes. There you go, family. He's trying to hit everybody with it's a liberal conservative thing. Notice, y'all, from the guy who was the token taco at that press conference to the last three refrigerator ladies, say that 5 times fast, to this guy, notice none of them have said that their community is anti-black. None of them have, y'all. They still haven't just said it. There's always a caveat, fam. Every time I'm showing y'all, you're seeing it's a caveat. This is MAGA Martinez, family. I showed you Refrigerator Ramirez. She was lying. All of them got a lie. All of them are fronting, and nobody's came out and just said it. Not at all.
And that to me is why people should not vote Democrat. You should lean more towards conservative beliefs. You should lean more towards logic. And I think the world would be a better place.
I'm going to lean towards this phone and I'm going to call ICE. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lean towards my phone and I'm calling ICE. How about that one? Okay, so there you go, family. That was MAGA Martinez. I showed you the 4 refrigerator ladies, Refrigerator Ramirez. They all got capped up. And now you see another one. And watch this lady. And by the way, y'all, the lisp is horrible. Okay, this woman has a Laredo lisp. But notice, fam, you're going to notice she says now she's a black woman. Oh, yeah, I got you, fam. Fam, I done gave you a billion different excuses. Not one answer. I done gave you a billion different babbles and rants. Not one confession. They will never admit what happened. They blame black Americans. They blame our lineage. And now this person's going to say that she's a black woman. Watch this.
White and indigenous Latinos are racist as black Latinos because they don't feel like black Latinos or Latinos. Let's talk about it. So for reference, I am mixed Afro-Latina and my mother is fully Afro-Latina. My mother is a dark-skinned woman, very beautiful, very brave. I love her very much. And I am obviously a light-skinned black woman. I've noticed, particularly in white Latino spaces, that my mother, when she doesn't get immediately clout as Latino because they don't really think what Latinos can be. They don't.
A light-skinned black woman, fam. So now they feel they got to be us now. They said, "Let me be one of them, so I can make an excuse from the inside. I'm gonna be black for about an hour, and then I'm gonna say that really there's no problem." So, fam, they make excuses from the outside. They make excuses from across the street. They make excuses from across the border. And now the final excuse is now they're going to say they us. Fam, you can't make this up. This is anti-blackness, very afraid, y'all. That's what this is, fam. This is the I wish I was a W community, very afraid, y'all. This was the I have a refrigerator hip and they are very afraid, y'all.
Spaces that my mother, once she doesn't get immediately close as Latino because they don't really think they don't really think what Latinos can be. They don't really understand that Latino is not a race, it's an ethnicity. So they think that because my mama is black, basically, that she no way she can be Latino, so they get all sucked surprised when they speak Spanish. The amount of times I've heard people talk shit about my mom behind her back, thinking that she couldn't understand them in Spanish, is insane. And it's always talking about her looks, her skin color, and her ways, and it's disgusting. You guys don't see Black Latinos as Latinos, and this needs to stop. This really ties into the Ashley Gonzalez incident, especially like it's putting how racist y'all are sometimes hints to the media, which is really needed. Because
that's another one, y'all. There you go. I cannot get through that damn lisp. It's hurting my feelings, fam. Straight up. So there goes another. She's like, I am obviously a light-skinned black woman. Great point in the chat. Light-skinned black women are light-skinned black women. Latinos are Latinos. So now you want to be a fam. Notice they only mention this when they get caught saying the N-word and they get exposed. They only want to talk about being black when they get exposed. This is that George Zimmerman stuff. Remember, with Trayvon Martin family, George Zimmerman and them went into their closet, into their basement underneath all those boxes and found one little picture of a person way back in the day. And they try to say that that individual back then was his relative and that person was black. That was a mop, okay? That was not a black person. But do you see how they always flip-flop back and forth and they try to hit you with the I'm black too? See, that's one of the old tactics that the dominant society taught them. They always pretend to be black so they can get out of being anti-black. Y'all remember that back in the day? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Remember every time you called them out, they would always be like, hey, I got black too, man. I'm a Latino. Notice you don't hear that no more. Y'all notice that, fam? You don't hear that no more. That person right there is the only person who tried to play that, and we all laughed at her, okay? Straight up and down. A light-skinned black person is a light-skinned black person. That is not Latino at all. That is not Hispanic at all. Two completely different things, family. Like somebody who got $1,000 ain't somebody who got $1 million. Two different tax brackets. You don't hear that anymore. I remember, fam, anytime you called them out, the first thing they would ever try to hit you with was, well, I'm a Latino, I'm black too. Anytime. If you remember on the Trayvon Martin case, the DA was a Latino woman through the case. That juror, that big juror, okay, all right, she was a Latino. She was out there going for George Zimmerman and then George Zimmerman and his family. We stopped all of that. We shut all that down, family. No longer can they pull that one. They don't pull that one no more like they used to. That used to be one of the main things they would do, y'all. Every single time you would call them out, they would just say, well, I'm black too. They can no longer run that game, y'all. We done shut that down. Told y'all, we got victories everywhere to the point where they just stopped saying it now. They're like, damn, I can't play that. Delineation ruined it all. Delineation ruined it. We done set boundaries. You ain't black. See, that's a beautiful thing. You ain't black, stay over there. You ain't one of us, stay over there. You are not from this lineage, heritage, and culture, stay over there. And y'all know what they did? You know what they did? They said, damn, they right. And then they went right across that damn border back home. We done sent them home. Let me tell you something. Delineation has deported more of these people than Donald Trump has. They better start thanking FBA. They better start thanking the certified grassroots because delineation done did what ICE can't do. Delineation done stopped this lie, this cap, and all the BS. Delineation is responsible for millions of illegals being quiet and millions of the taco truck community not saying a damn word. Thank foundational Black Americans because foundational Black Americans put in that work. Let me show you another item, fam. This right here is what we talk about these individuals. Notice, y'all, they'll say whatever they want, but you see their anti-blackness. Remember how all the Jamaicans and all the Haitians and all them be teaming up? This woman says Hispanic women, it says Hispanic women are playing the victim, but watch, fam. She says Hispanics and Caribbean people should stay together. Notice she ain't got the Haitian flag. Watch this.
I hope a lot of Hispanics, at least in these past 3 days, have seen the amount of videos that I have seen and the hate that we have been receiving, our community has been receiving these past 3 days or so. I genuinely hope that you guys have opened your eyes by now. I hope that as a collective, we learn that we have to be united. We have to unite. In the United States, Hispanics in the United States, We have to unite. We have to stop the divisions and within each other. Oh, because you're from this country, I'm from this country, due to our color of skin, our race, our background, our ethnicity. We are all Hispanics at the end of the day. Because the minute you open your mouth, regardless if it's white people, as in white Americans or Black Americans, the minute you open your mouth and they hear your accent and they can tell, oh, this is not one of us, we're going to get pushed away. Because it's
right there. Listen, fam. Listen to what she said. Listen.
The minute you open your mouth and they hear your accent and they can tell, oh, this is not one of us, hear your accent and they can tell, oh, this is not one of us, oh, this is not one of us, oh, this is not one of us, we're going to get pushed away.
They not like us. They not like us. Damn right. See, the W hears you and he pushes you away because you aren't a W and you aren't one of them. Foundational Black Americans hear you trying to cosplay, trying to fake, trying to pretend, and we push you away. Fam, do we got the Selena community admitting they not like us? Did she just admit they not like us? They not like us. Did she just admit they get pushed away? Fam, we got these people admitting it. So not only have foundational Black Americans set boundaries and guidelines, not only is foundational Black Americans regulated, foundational Black Americans got these people now admitting they not like us. When we said they not like us at first, they got mad. When we said they not like us, they was pissed off. You see what happens when them regulators mount up? Give it a year, family, and now they saying they not like us. So it went from they not like us to now they're saying we not like them. Foundational Black Americans for the win. That's the energy that we done brought to the table, fam. That right there has got everybody shook. That right there has got us the exceptional nature that we've always been. Damn, she just straight up said it. She's like, they know that they not like us. It sound like you were saying that y'all used to play like y'all was us. You was pulling that Zimmerman stuff, right? Sounds like, and by the way, Zimmerman's down bad and broken right now. Heard he's homeless. Good. Foundational Black Americans now, through delineation, got these individuals admitting they not like us and they get pushed away. She just admitted delineation. Because let me tell you something. Delineation is a movement that foundational Black Americans have pushed forward. Delineation is our tactic. Delineation is what we stand on. But let me tell you this as well. And this is the most powerful thing, brothers and sisters. Delineation is now a part of everybody's life in America. We've taken our delineation and we put it on everybody's doorstep. Now they got to live with delineation. Delineation is just as much as a reality to the whole country that it is to us now. And we delivered it. That's what you call message delivered, message received. They try to run from delineation at first, and then they tripped on a taco shell. They try to hide from delineation. Then we put that spotlight on them. They try to excuse delineation, and then we regulated them. So now the whole world realizes that delineation is a part of American culture now. We made delineation a part of the culture of the United States of America, which means it works for us, doesn't work for them, which means we out here winning and they out here losing, which means foundational Black Americans up and everybody else down. And we just stepping right over them, fam. That's how we do it. This is a beautiful thing that we on, brothers and sisters. It's a beautiful thing. We got the tethers out here admitting it. We got the tethers out here scared. And we got everybody having their tether therapy sessions. Fam, go to TikTok. And I must get this right. If you go to TikTok, you have TikTok Taco Therapy. One more time. TikTok Taco Therapy. Family, this right there, that's taco therapy. Yes, it is. Yes, that's what you see. This right here, that's taco therapy. That right there is taco therapy. That right there is taco therapy. Family, everywhere you go, they're on the internet right now saying, I know we got problems. The one thing you can take for certain on this broadcast, brothers and sisters, is Black Americans got them spilling all their beans. See what I just did? All the refried beans are all on the table. They out there having 24/7 meltdowns about what's going on. They're pointing the finger at each other. Miss Ramirez is pointing. Mr. Benavidez is pointing. Pedro's pointing. Do you know how much these people are talking about all their dirty little secrets right now publicly? You see that, family? Go everywhere and that's what you see. Watch this broadcast in full. That's what you see. They never before were talking about all of their wrongdoings like this publicly. It was always anti-Black secrets. But since the regulators done showed up and we done ran that Ashley Gonzalez off the block, checkmate, and we done exposed everything that they was doing, checkmate. Now they out here and they having TikTok taco therapy, y'all. And their community is in shambles right now. They blaming each other, they're fighting each other, and they're all pissed off at each other. And you can thank foundational Black Americans, because that right there is the worst thing that they've ever seen. A Black hand pressing the deportation button. And that's what we've been doing. So now, family, you can thank all of us. We checked Ashley Gonzalez. We checked their whole community. And now all of them are ruined and they feuding and fighting. And that's all because of us. And it's all because it's regulator season, family. And that's what regulator season got all these people doing. Shook up like a paradise in Vegas, family. And that's how FBA got it. And that's how FBA always does it. And when you talk about FBA and how we always win, how many of y'all seen this individual right here? Somebody brought this to my attention because, you know, Black Alpha be pissing off all these shills. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm the controversial Black Alpha, you know what I'm saying? Which means that I'm the realest one breathing. This individual right here was saying something about me and Mad, Kamala, and all this stuff, family. So beyond the Coke bottle glasses, okay, beyond all of that, let me show y'all something that this individual was saying. And let Black Alpha go ahead and put a wrap to all of this talk that these people talking. They just mad that I done ruined Kamala Harris. They just mad that I done ruined the Democratic Party. And they're mad that one foundational Black American who just happens to be Black Alpha, the man speaking to you, who just happens to be the #1 activist on this spinning earth, who just happens to have 2.7 thousand of my certifieds with me. They just mad that I broke millions of Democrats all by myself, free solo. Watch this, family, and get ready to laugh. She was hurt.
Am I a foundational Black American? Yes, I am. By definition, I am a foundational Black American. But do not associate me with these Negroes right here. That man went onto the internet, bought a ticket. The ticket price is average.
Yep, that man is a legend. That man is a legend, and you sweating. I got her sweating, y'all. She out there sweating. She out there sweating something crazy, fam. Look at her. The legend got him sweating. And was I telling a lie? Was I telling a lie? Was I telling a lie? Nope. Nope. Oh, get mad, because, hey, when they talk, we clap back, and we always win, and it's only going to be one. Was I telling a lie, family? Nope. Hell no. Family, they so mad and angry that they telling lies.
$400 a piece. Bought a ticket.
What?
Internet. Bought a ticket. The ticket price is average $400 a piece.
$400 a piece. $400 a piece. Fam, they was giving away them tickets like peanuts, fam. What you talking about? Oh, you ain't heard? You ain't heard? I'm the man. And I'm the certified #1 activist. We ain't got to pay no $400 to go check Kamala. Shit.
Bought a ticket. Drove down to whatever the venue was, paid for parking. Just to sit in the audience to heckle Kamala Harris about reparations. Kamala Harris holds no legislative position.
And you hold no position in Black America, but you hold glasses that are probably about 50 pounds, okay? But who's counting? But since we are counting, y'all ready for me to go to work? Y'all ready for me to go to work, family certified? If you're ready, let me know you're ready now. If you're ready, let me know you're ready now. Y'all know ain't nobody like Black Alpha. You know what I'm saying? I'm what the game been missing, fam. What this game be without me and my energy, okay? There's a bunch of stiffs. There's a bunch of stales. There's a bunch of talkers, okay? But y'all know Black Alpha come with that real energy. Let me show y'all something, family. I'm going to show y'all something. $400, because the Shields were saying that, fam. They were like, he's paying $400 and stuff. No. Family, my dinner that night cost more than that ticket, okay? The arena was empty, okay? And I know because this is my hood. I'm from Georgia, okay? That's the Johnny Mercer Theater. And the whole balcony was empty. And I showed you guys last week that nobody was there. And I showed y'all all the way up to the event, nobody was there. Then I showed y'all when you're walking up that it was completely empty all the way. Family, look at your screen right now, my certifieds. How much does that ticket cost, family? Family, right now, tell me what you see in the screen, family. You ain't got to put the cent. Tell me what you see in the screen. Oh, we're going to put that work on the table today, baby. Receipts come for days. My dinner costs more than that. Fam, all the Democratic shields, bow down. A certified black man talking. That ticket right there, family, was $60. And guess what? 12 of those dollars were for protection when you get something from Ticketmaster. Family, watch your screen and get ready to laugh. Receipt. That was my dinner that night, family. Oh, another episode. Family, there goes the dinner that I had. And I had a lovely steak and broccoli at Longhorn Steakhouse. And family, last time I checked, my dinner cost more. And I went viral. And I sat down and had a great time and laughed at all the Democratic shills. Holy roller. It cost $400. She couldn't get 400 people in the theater. Just like you can't get 400 people to say that you matter to the community. I'm a legend and you sweating. Look at that right there, family. My dinner cost more. Look at the date. Look at the date, family. Look at last. It was the 17th, family. Look at your date, fam. There you go. There you go. That was what it was to see Kamala. That's how much my broccoli and cheese cost. That's how much it was to see Kamala and her collard greens. That's how much my steak cost. My steak is more valuable than Kamala Harris. My broccoli and cheese is more valuable than the Democratic Party. My steak and my broccoli put together is more than the whole Democratic plantation. Family, there's only one person on the planet Earth bold enough to show you how much his dinner costs. And guess what? I checked Kamala, got in the vehicle with my mama, love you mama, drove home, went to Longhorn Steakhouse, sat down, talked to Dr. Randy Short on the phone, Black Truth United. I text him, shout out to my brother Black Truth United. And I told everybody how I checked Kamala, and I did it all for less than $60. And my broccoli and cheese will go down in history. So family, when you start talking about Democratic shills and Democratic squills, especially ones with oversized glasses, one thing that you got to know, family, those irrelevant people like that right there, they do not compute or compare to that wonderful steak I had. Foundational Black Americans for the win. Black Alpha, get it in. Boom! Checkmate. Fam, I done dropped receipts before, but damn, I literally dropped a receipt. Easy work. And went viral in the process, and I'm a legend. So damn, I'm a legend. They sweating, they losing, and foundational Black Americans, we just cruising straight to the bank. Checkmate. There they go, family. They know what it is. Democratic shields don't want no problem. Neither do they black and brown no election. The Republicans don't want none neither. All right. The whole system don't want none. Because when foundational Black Americans walk down the street, everybody go inside. And if you're looking right now, family, everybody's inside. Let me show y'all this right here. And this is the energy that certified foundational Black Americans are stepping to the table with. It's a lot of energy, and it's wonderful, and it's amazing, family. And we out here holding it down, and we doing the damn thing, and we making it look good, and we feeling good in the process. I mean, you just got to love what we're doing because everybody loves us. And if everybody loves us, fam, then that means we must be the damn greatest. They talk that talk, and they speak all that talk, but what they don't ever want to acknowledge, fam, is when we show up, everybody hides. Look at this video right here that is going to be very, 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 very telling of what we're doing. There were a bunch of the taco truck communities outside, and they were out there riding around this brother's store. Watch this one rolling 60s Crip brother from California and watch him check a whole block of Julio's. This is what we do when we show up, family. They bow down. Watch it.
Take this shit somewhere else. I'm asking, I'm telling you. Take this shit somewhere else. Please. Take this shit somewhere else, please. Hey, bring that shit in. Let's take that right now. Come on, now, right now. Hurry up. Bring that shit in somewhere else. I'm gonna make the lead.
Oh, they copping, please. They copping, please, family. Wait a minute now. They said that they was running the street. One brother, y'all.
Hey, bring that shit in. Come on now, hurry up. Hurry up. Great time. I love it. I had a great time. Hey, I had a great time.
Oh, OG. I'm sorry. What happened to I'm gonna say the N-word? What happened to I'm gonna do what I want to do? See, they was out there on them bikes and they was getting too close to his store. And one brother showed up and all of the tacos said, I'm sorry. Damn right. The energy changed, fam. The energy changed. Look at that handout. Look at that handout for a handshake. Look at that handout for a handshake. Look at that handout. You want to cop some please, don't you? You want to leave, don't you?
It's all respect, it's all respect.
Damn right, it's all respect. And all it takes is one of us, y'all. Look at that. Look at all of them. Look at one of us. And one of us always goes further than a bunch of them, fam. So that right there shows you exactly what us right here have been on. Foundational Black Americans, we can be outnumbered, but we won't be outclassed. Foundational Black Americans stand on 10. Foundational Black Americans are exceptional. So if you tie in all of that to everything we're doing and you add it all the way up, ain't nobody playing no games. I showed y'all the sister in St. Louis. I showed y'all the sister at Walmart. I showed you the other brother that was checking the whole room. And now I'm showing you somebody checking the whole street. And guess what FBA been doing, y'all? Certified Grassroots. We've been checking the whole world. And it won't stop, won't quit, all the way to the bank, y'all. Certified time, certified salute, certified family. That part. Boom. Family's been another good one. Much love and respect. This has been another classic broadcast. I love y'all with a certified passion. We on fire right now. Regulated tour, full speed, y'all. Because next time I talk to y'all, it's going to be May. All right? And May time is all time, family. So we're going to go straight on in and we're going to get everything right. And this will be one to remember. Remember, y'all, this is certified season, right? This is certified time. This is our era. And nobody can stand next to us. Nobody. So as we continue to proceed and pull up, everybody's going to fall back. Remember, our pull-ups make them all fall back, right? And this is what we're doing. I love you guys with a passion, man. The energy is so strong. Enjoy it. Y'all continue. Everybody who emails me, tap in with me, fam. I'm going to see you. We're going to do it, fam. Somebody's like, I want to meet up with you. Let's go places. Let's see. Let's go. Hey, wherever they at, I'm there. That's what it is, fam. And I can't wait to see everybody. And family, when we stand together like we are, we always win. When we stand together like we're doing, we always win. That's why we're winning. Okay? Matter of fact, let's upgrade it, fam. Foundational Black Americans in the Grassroots Certified 100. We're not winning. We've already won. All right? And there's a difference between winning and you've won. Winning means the game is still going. Won means the game is over. And family, the game is over. And it's been that way. We already knew it. Now they finding out. And Foundational Black Americans, we number one. We've always been that way. And Foundational Black Americans in the Grassroots Certified 100, we are undefeated, untouchable, unmatched, and stronger than ever. There they go. Love y'all with a passion, family. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. And if you ever see a spicy supremacist, just know, family, they're going to be a spicy supremacist back home. And make sure that you call ICE, because calling ICE is patriotic and we built America. Perfect combination. Love y'all. Y'all stay good, man. I'm going to go get me another steak and laugh at more Democratic shields and continue to win. But that's what it's all about, y'all. Number one, G-check, number one status, fam. Let's stay up. Let's continue to do what we do. And let's be our exceptional self, man. And it's 100% purified. Love y'all. Certified salute. Always remember, no matter where you go, no matter where you at, no matter what you do, that black is beautiful and beautiful is always black. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Family, let me tell y'all one more thing. If you ever see a Democratic shield or Republican shield or spicy supremacist, you let them know one damn thing, fam. And that is Foundational Black Americans get it done and all the fleers do is run. And Foundational Black Americans get it in and these tethers can't swim. And Foundational Black Americans are up and everybody on the planet Earth, and I mean everybody on the planet Earth, They have to watch us shine. They got to watch us be divine. And anybody who's got a problem with what we're talking about, before I send it to Free Huey, before I send it to Tupac, let's establish this one thing, family, that is FBA all day, certified all the time. We stand on business and we multiply. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.